Good. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, thou backsliding, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahawah hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We'll start this off by giving our praise and glory and honor to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, HALAL, QADASH.
We got the brothers from the Apostles of Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. We want to get double honors. That was in the Apostles of MILLSTONE. We're getting into a live camp lesson. If you could bring that back real quick for us.
Bringing it back. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahawah hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
So you got women nowadays. They was preaching equality, to be equal to a man. That was a few years ago. Now you got it where women want to be surpassed a man. In leadership positions. They want to lead over a church. They want to lead over their country. They want to be in a president position. And all that's going to do is make this place fail even that much more.
Right.
Because women are not meant to be in a leadership position to be ruling over men.
Right.
Because the man has, the logical thinking. They're logical. Men are more logical and reasonable, while women are more emotional into their emotions. So when they go into leadership positions, they lead off of their emotions. So now you got it where these women, they're starting to pit themselves up high to where they want to be, president of the United States, in government seats, in the pastor seats, to be able to lead, and that's their main goal. And this is what America is allowing, by giving this much liberty unto women, and that's only going to destroy America that much more.
Right.
Now you got it where it's starting to take it started, what's the word for it? But it started eating their ass alive, man, because now you got it where they want to draft you women into, the war. They want to draft you into war. Now it's like, now women are thinking like, damn, I don't want to get drafted into war. Now the scary part is coming, but you want to be so equal to a man, all right? You want to be surpass a man so bad. Right. Now you got to do man things, man, all right?
Yeah, like fighting a war.
Exactly. You're so
in the
independent.
days of past, before, this is a new thing because before, when women always had their respective place in society under the man. The woman was created for the man, not the other way around. But in this wicked, twisted world society we're in today, they have put the woman on high. They put the woman on high. So now these women, they have, like brother was saying, put positions of power, and they're ruling, in these particular companies and I was going into it last week where you had these churches, the Southern Baptist Convention, with all these churches there. It's pretty much like an organization for all these churches, and they all come together and agree on certain things. And they had a vote about female pastors, and then they acknowledge that that's not what the scriptures say, which I can grab that real quick too. That ain't, the scriptures don't talk about female pastors or females being in leadership positions, but you have gotten that on this side here in America. So now they're saying how the first time in history they're considering drafting women, and it's going to be an automatic draft. Before you had to sign up for the draft, now it's going to be automatic. Well, they already put you in there. They got your information. They're doing these census. They know who in your house. And they're going to start randomly calling people up. Hey, you got to go to the military. And they're going to start calling them women too.
And I want to add and touch upon that too, because you even had it too in World War II that ended in 1945, and we're now in the midst of World War III. Shortly after, women were in the factories back then, man. While the men were actually going out to fight and go to war, the women were in the factories. They're basically back at home. All right, the women weren't in a position to be on the front lines, man. Now they're in this day and age. All right, they're putting you women on the front line too with the men. All right, in the trenches, so-called, as they say, man, when you're in war. All right, so for the equality that these women have been fighting for and wanting so bad, and you're gonna get it, man. But it's not gonna be what you expected. It's gonna come back to bite you, man.
Right. And that's why there's a big uproar now, because see, these women, they wanted the benefits of being equal to a man, but they didn't want the consequences of being a man, which is going to war. When a war does come, men are obligated to go fight in a war, be it beyond your say so. It's just your manly duty, Well, now you women, you got studs out here, like they trying to be a man. They talking about how they harder than a man, they better than a man. Well, now your ass gonna get the chance to prove yourself to be a man in them wars, man.
Against them, man. And then on top of that too, you know, we have this whole thing going on with Russia. You got these Russians fight bears, man. These people that are out of the West, man, out of the U.S., they're actually training their children up to go to war, man. All right, so in China too, they had a video of their children disarming and arming guns, blindfolded, man. They're doing this as little children. And like the brother was talking about, you know, you got these studs out here worrying about being a man. You women are gonna get flushed by little kids, man. All right, y'all gonna get tossed and turned by little kids.
And a lot of these women gonna go over there and get pregnant.
They're gonna go over there and get pregnant too. And you also have to remember, hey, there's something called the spoils of war, man. All right, a lot of these women are gonna go over there and get captured and get popped over there, man. A lot of y'all are gonna go over there and not come back.
A lot of these women that go to the military, they be getting raped and shit already in the military.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a lot of adultery going on over there. So imagine when you get thrown in the midst of a war, where there is no rules, there is no rights, there's none of that. It's kill or be killed. You know, a man, you know, that's his mindset is, oh, I can go out here and die, or I can go out here and kill somebody. He ain't gonna be thinking twice about grabbing your ass up, you know, with your damn, you know, your BBL, and you gonna have a BBL.
You got to think of the women in the time, you know, bullets are flying and bombs are exploding. The women will be quick to give themselves up.
Right.
Please, no, I'll do anything. You know, then they revert back to their old ways, man. All right, I'll do this, I'll do that. You know, just so they can save their life, man. But in the end, they're gonna end up losing their life, man. All right.
Yep. And that right there just show you too how serious this thing is about to get. It ain't gonna be no walk in the park. It's ain't gonna be nothing light. You gonna have, you know, it's gonna be a bloody, man. You know, war is bloody, and no woman is what is in my video. No woman is a warrior. The woman wasn't created to be warriors. She wasn't created to, you know, withstand, you know, the wiles of war, man. You weren't built for that. So you find yourself out there trying to, you know, play that role. A lot of you women are going to get off. You know, you're going to go over there and you're going to get put to death. A lot of you men too, but we speaking about with the women because they just came out with a draft for the women. That's historical. You know, that they just said, okay, yeah, we're going to draft these women as well. Then you got the CDs, the cross-dressers, the trannies, you know, all that stuff too. Everything in between. And all you damn, you know, Gen Zers and you know, you simple ass people out here, man, that's going with emotions, a part of the woke community. They send y'all ass right to war, man.
I got the woman that he.
Let me bring this out real quick. It says, 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9, it says, in like manner also the women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. And now these women are all decked out. They got all this money now. You know, they got all this jewelry on. They got their hair done, long braids down their back. You know, they got $10,000 on their ass. You know, and $10,000 on their boobs. You know, they just living in pleasure here. All right, what's that scripture about a woman that live, or a woman that lives in pleasure is dead while she living?
I can grab it.
So these women, they living in pleasure right now. They don't realize that they already dead, man.
Yeah. No,
You know, you said you don't need no man.
I got it.
Well, we coming into a time where,
it's gonna be cool.
right.
You know, yeah. So hey, you know, you gotta where this society supports that. You know, that's why women strive a lot better than men nowadays because their lifestyle is supported. You know, through OnlyFans,
Right.
you know, or through other little bullshit they can do to what's it called? Prostitute themselves.
Yeah.
You know, so when women use their bodies, their beauty, to get money, you know, and they're able to do that, and they get so much money, where now they think that they don't need a man to pay the bills. They don't need a man to do the common things that a man would usually do. They got it themselves. You know, rather than be prostitute themselves, put themselves on the internet, you know, because the internet is becoming, you know, a big distraction to many.
Hey,
you know,
and what do the prostitutes do? They doll themselves up.
yeah. So now
They
they're
put on
doing
the small dresses, the jewelry, the umbrellas. Yeah,
They're doing it
the
digitally
costly
now.
array to getting their hair done. You know.
And
crazy.
that showed you too that Esau played a role in that from that first scamdemic. Because what skyrocketed, you know, when we had that scamdemic, OnlyFans, man, and a lot of corn sites, you know, shit like that. All right, so and then these women are gonna go back to the same things. When times are rough and women can't make ends meet, what are they gonna do? Like in that one movie you mentioned, where the woman came up, she just threw it in his face. Bushwick, yeah. All right, what are these women gonna do? I got a kitty. You know, and that's all they're gonna have to offer in that day, man, is a box.
And men gonna be taking it anyways. You know, these men ain't gonna say, oh yeah, well let me court you, let me take you in a few days, let me get your number. No, it's gonna be bitch, give me that. You know, so it's gonna be war over here too. A lot of you gonna get set off to war to get ravished over there, and or if you don't get somewhere, you're gonna be over here getting ravished. But it's about to get bad. You know, reading on though, it says, but which becometh woman professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence.
So, hey, that's the main role for you women, man. All right, to be as a woman, to be as a woman of the Lord, you got to be in silence, man. You know, you got to be able to, you can't usurp authority over a man. You know, you got to be able to be submissive to that man, especially your husband, man.
Right.
All right, nowadays you got women that think they could beat a man's ass. You know, they can talk to a man any type of way, and that, like I said, this society supports that. Because one minute you slap a bitch, all right, your ass going to jail.
But she slapped you and ain't nothing.
Yeah.
It's, you know, you get confident. Oh, you get beat on. And
No, they'll tell you to man up.
They tell you
man up. Tell you man up and hit her. Now you go to jail for DV.
Nowadays, you know, they still find a way to give that woman an excuse for beating your ass. You know, people still be like, okay, well, he should have been able to take it. You know, that's what he got himself into. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, that's just the society we live in now, where these women are more supported than the men. All right, so now it's getting to the point where women starting to think they're above men, and now people are starting to look at you like that, and that's why they're considering drafting you one. All right, because now it's like, okay, you want to be in leadership positions, you want to be equal to us. You know, now it's time for you to go out there and show what you can do. Right. You know, and a lot of the women are not going to be, a lot of the women are not going to be able to do anything, you know, but being pocket pussy for the enemy. You know,
right? Those troops.
For those troops. You know?
Hold on, no, it says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve.
Yep. Yeah, because Adam was first formed and then Eve. So first came the man, then the woman, man. All right, so women weren't meant to be on the same playing field and level ground as a man. Right. All right, y'all were made to be a helpmate. All right,
and that's why Eve was created, to be a helpmate to Adam. You know, because Adam needed help. You know, so the Lord created Eve, you know, to be able to do the things that a woman should be doing. You know, listening to the man, being able to help him with the things that he's not able to do because he got his mind too busy out. You know, either in war, you know, he's working to provide for the family. And he could at least, you know, he can wash the dishes and shit, man.
Right.
You know, at least he could do. But nowadays, women don't want to do that. They want the man to be in the house and wash the dishes and shit, while they be the money getter and shit.
And a lot of men do it.
And a lot of men do it.
A lot of men do it. They been there washing the dishes, folding the clothes, taking care of the kids, and the woman sitting on the couch on her phone.
Yeah. And that nigga can't say not one thing to that woman, you know, because he's scared, you know, because that bitch spirit get upon him. You know, when you start doing dishes and shit, you start doing woman activities, being a servant for your woman, she start to get a proud boast of herself and looking at you to be underneath her. All right, and that's why a lot of these niggas be getting slapped around by your own woman. You know, that's why you're not able to say much to your woman. Oh, she make the money, bro. I can't do nothing, bro.
Hey, a lot of these women are proud as hell. They tell you flat out, I beat niggas.
Yeah.
I done heard women say that shit. Oh, I beat niggas. Well, you gonna have your opportunity to beat all the niggas you want, man. Yeah. When they draft your ass, see you ass across the seas, so what's your want? When they see you ass across the seas, man, that's when it's gonna be your time to shine. To be a damn Clarissa Shields. You want to be a tough guy. Right. And them Wonder Woman movies are bullshit, bro. There ain't no woman taking down 10 grown ass men. That's bullshit, bro. That's called science fiction. In real life, you getting snuffed out by the first man and ravished by the second. You know, not to mention the damn long line. You know, it's gonna get crucial, man. You get sit over the war. Ain't no rules in war. You know?
And I would like to touch up on that too, because we understand that this war is coming, but you gotta also remember, hey, Jacob's trouble is on the rise too, man. All right, we understand that times are about to get very detrimental. It's like the brothers going into how you want to have equal rights, equal fights, man. Hey, you got it, all right. You got it, but you got it in the worst way, man. Because now y'all gonna have to be on front lines, man. If you know anything about the military, it's kill or be killed. They send you over there to kill. A lot of women, when they come in a position where it's life or death, they panic. Okay. So there's gonna be a lot of female heads with umbrellas on them rolling around in those trenches out there, man. It's gonna be very, very detrimental, man. So you females, you've been begging and protesting to get equal rights, equal fights. Now you got it, man. Go to war. All right.
It says, For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety.
So yeah, man, you know, Eve was deceived, not Adam. And that's why I said when the woman leads, she leads through her emotions.
Right.
And any man can negotiate with her, you know, and get the better half than she is because she is in her emotions right now, man.
And
you know,
the so-called white man, the one that established that whole feminist movement to make you women think that you was better than a man or equal to a man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? Now you got your chance to show it, man.
Yeah.
So the white man led you in a trap. Told you don't need your man.
That's
you
a mental
better than your
illness,
man. Now a lot of these women, they don't have a man.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah, that's a mental illness too, to feel like you don't need a man. All right, because now you got to pride and boast about yourself, you know, where you look down on every other man, and now you're deceiving yourself to make you believe that you're stronger than a man, that you're better than a man, you know, that you can do things that that a man can't, you know, but you can, you know, just woman things, you know, not man things. You can't beat a man at his own job, all right, and that's what a lot of these women think. You know, the scripture says, she shall be saved through childbearing, right? All right, a lot of these women don't want to even have a child anymore.
Right.
A lot of them don't even.
A lot of them getting abortions.
Getting abortions.
Hey, well now I was going to my video too. Now you're gonna have a lot of women that want to get pregnant.
Yeah.
Now you gonna have all these women because that's what happened. Anytime a drought comes, everybody reverts back to their natural gender wars. I mean their natural gender roles.
Yeah.
Right now there's a gender war. And you know that song, anything you can do, I can do better. Anything you can do better than you. No, you can't. Yes, you can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. That was a whole generation, man. A woman saying they can do anything better than a man. That was a part of that feminist movement being pushed in the earth. Now you got women that truly think that they are better than a man. That they can beat a man's ass. You know?
So hey man, you know, like I say, you know, a lot of these women, scripture tells you gotta have a man and you're gonna be saved through that childbearing, man. Alright, but you know, nowadays women don't think they need a child. Women don't think they need a man. And a woman wanna be independent until it gets to the point where they're in their 40s and they're alone. And they're lonely and shit. Now they're like, damn, I just made the biggest mistake of my fucking life.
And now we in war times and
Even worse.
you ain't got no protection. You ain't got no hedge.
I got a precept on that.
Go ahead.
It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5 and start at verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. You know, and you know these females that live in pleasure while they're alive, man, you dead while you living, man. Because you living in pleasure, you getting all these different things, but in the end, hey, you still dead, man. All right, you know those same women that's living in pleasure, hot girls want to be all this. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be the same women that's not getting saved, man. All right, brothers are not gonna sit there and waste their time to try to, you know, like the scriptures say, nevertheless she shall be saved through childbearing, you know, and put a seed in you, man.
Well, the scriptures also say that the Lord shall give you over to your ways.
Hey, give you over to your
women
ways.
that's been out here whoring, been thoughts all over, OF. You know,
Y'all gonna get what's coming, man.
Getting money off, getting rich off of being a harlot. Well, now that the Lord will give you over to those ways, now you're gonna be a harlot to every man for free. You know, or for food. You know, for extra biscuit. A lot of these women are gonna be getting grabbed up and they're gonna be getting
The ones with the extra BBLs gonna be sold for 3 biscuits.
right, and a lot of them are gonna be captured and pretty much used as a damn bartering tool, man.
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah, you bring me food and I'll give you 5 minutes with such and such.
Yeah.
You know, they show you that in these movies, and when in the time of war, they're gonna have you chained up, have your ass somewhere chained up, you know, in a dark room, and you're gonna have men lined up to go in there and do the biz. Men they could never get with. I mean, these are women that they could never get with on this side. So on the other side, they're gonna have their way, and that's why you women gonna need a man, because a woman is gonna be commodity in that day. All right.
Yeah, so you know you got that, and then you have it where you got actual digital prostitutes, man. All right, and they deceive themselves to think that they're not. All right, you tell them bitch, you just prostitute online, they will argue with you and tell you that they're not. They're just making money for showing, you know, or for giving niggas pics.
Well,
They prove their own point.
Well, we live in a shameless world now.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, a woman used to be ashamed to be a prostitute. They used to be ashamed to wear a wig. Now everybody bragging about it. Oh, I'm a prostitute, or I sell this, I sell that. You know, I got a wig on. A woman snatched their wig off in public now. Back in the day,
I just heard a girl
that
say
was
she
unheard
spent
of.
$2,000 on a wig.
Right.
You know,
That was
on
yeah.
TikTok.
And they talk about it like, oh, it's a wig. Before, people was ashamed to wear a wig. It was like they'll try to rock it as their real hair. Now everybody got a fucking wig on.
Yeah.
So this place has become shameless, man. And the Lord said that he would uncover her secret parts, man. So now they can walk around with their cleavage out, their ass cheeks hanging out, and they shorts and they on their dress when they walking. It just through. So the Lord got it where he gonna put your ass for the okie doke and take you for a loop, and you can find yourself over there in damn Ukraine, you know.
I got a precept. This is you know that?
Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ye ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech." All right, so it says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease." Women right now, they're at ease, man. You know, where they think they're at a comfortable spot where they can just do whatever the fuck they want. They can talk to you however they want. You know, they can be in leadership positions. You know, they have the freedom and the right to do so right now. All right, but the Lord says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease." Why is he telling you that? Because it's about to come to a time where you can't do whatever you want no more, man. You know, it's
That
about to
ease is about to evaporate.
That comfortable,
It's about to get rough.
yeah, that comfort is about to go away, man. You're going to be uncomfortable really soon. All right, it says, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come." All right, so many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless woman. So it's going to come to a time where you're going to be troubled. You're going to be going through hell. You're going to be catching hell for days, months, you know, even years, man. You know, because we're going to come to that time where when you're a woman, you know, a lot of men are going to have that easy access into you, man, where they can just, you know, grab your ass, you know, and get finished with their business right then and there. All right, and now you're just being for use. You know, you're not able to talk to a man how you want to talk to him in that day.
Right,
You
and
know?
anybody who goes over to that war, you're gonna be turned to topsoil.
Yeah.
And they're not sending you back in a box with a folded flag on you, man, or American flag over your casket. No, you ain't coming back.
You ain't coming back.
You're gonna die over there. You're gonna stay over there, and then America's gonna get nuked, and we ain't gonna be nothing to come back to anyway.
Yeah.
You see?
Exactly.
So as this thing play out, it's gonna become more and more evident that the prophets, starting with elders and apostles, Milestone on down, been telling you this truth. They've been telling you what's coming.
Yeah.
So when it comes, you can't say that you ain't know.
Yeah. And they're drafting a lot of you to be decoys to put in the front lines, man. All right, and a lot of you niggas are gonna be mowed down. You know, you're gonna be mowed down, chopped down like grass. You know, and that's what they're gonna use you for, is those decoys. You know, and then that's when after that, you know, that's when those nukes are gonna be shot off. Because people will be like, oh, the next war is not even gonna be a gun war. They're gonna just shoot off nukes. Well, yeah, they're gonna shoot off nukes. You know, but y'all are gonna be get drafted into those front lines before any of that shit, man. All right, because nukes gonna be the last resort, and those nukes are gonna get shot off. All right, Russia ready to shoot them bitches off. You know, it's just you know, America gonna have it where it's gonna draft you, you know, niggas. All right, and now they're gonna draft you women, because drafting niggas is just the same as drafting women nowadays, man. All right, because you know, we got TikTok dances. Cardi B said it the best. You know, you got them doing TikTok dances and shit.
Yeah,
you know, the man being effeminate,
You got niggas throwing their hips.
and shit.
A lot of these niggas are in the closet too, man.
Yeah.
In the closet means secretly gay.
Yep.
A lot of these guys are secretly gay, so they got feminine ways. There are very rare masculine men out here.
Yeah.
A lot of these men are metrosexuals. They're too caught up in their appearance, trying to be cute, trying to look fly, trying to, you know, all that shit, man. That's for bitches, bro.
Yeah.
A man shouldn't be worried about how he look all the time. Oh, well, you know, I gotta look good. That's effeminate shit, man. The Lord is looking for men. He said, gird up that loins like a man.
Yep.
And the time we coming into it ain't gonna be no damn Foot Locker. It ain't gonna be no shopping malls. It ain't gonna be none of that shit. It's gonna be life and death. You know? So we have to be rewired for this time that we coming into, especially us here in America, because quite frankly, we've been living in luxury over here, man. For the most part, you know, get used to not having AC, get used to not having a shower, a hot shower at that. Get used to not having, you know, food all the time. You're gonna get used to not having all these things, man. And only the strong are going to survive. Yep. And when I say strong, I'm talking about spiritually strong. Because you could be the biggest buffest nigga, but you still gonna be weak as a bitch in that day. The ones who gonna be strong are the ones who are strong in the spirit of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You know, and that could be the smallest man, as long as he got that faith. You know, it all revolves around your faith. You believe YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI can deliver you, and if you believe that when you are in a time of hell and chaos, you're gonna trust in that and you're gonna remain sound. But if you don't believe that, you're gonna lose your mind. You're gonna react, jump up and act stupid, react too soon, and get put to death.
Yeah.
wisdom and knowledge to be instituted at that time.
Yeah, it says, "Tremble, ye women that are at ye ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare."
Strip you and make you bare. The Lord is about to strip you and make you bare, man. He's about to rip all those goodies from you, man. A lot of women getting child support. You know, they got 3 different baby daddies collecting checks for 3 different. A lot of them don't even fucking work.
Yeah.
You know, they got you know, men worshiping them and serving them and paying for everything, paying all their bills. You got, you know, these women that's getting alimony from when they was married. These women got it good here, man.
Yeah.
The Lord gonna strip all that from you. You got OnlyFans. That's, hey, that shit gonna shut down. And that's gonna strip a lot of you women and make you bare, man. You know.
Yeah. The Lord's gonna strip you of your pride too, man. All right, because a lot of these women are prideful and boastful. So the Lord's gonna strip you of that, and a lot of these women are gonna be made humble. All right, so you can no longer sit there and boast about the money you make off of OnlyFans and shit. You can no longer sit there and boast about, you know, how beautiful you are because you're gonna be in ratchet clothes.
Right, that money ain't gonna mean shit
Leave is gonna
anyways.
be gone. You're gonna be stank down there.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? So no, you can no longer brag about your beauty
Hey, you
anymore.
grab that Isaiah 3.
You can no longer brag about your beauty anymore because all of that's going to be taken away in the day,
Right.
in that day we're coming into.
Right, and any woman, and if any woman don't take a shower for a week, she ain't gonna seem so damn beautiful.
For a day, man.
You take the baddest lady on this earth,
Right.
everybody going, let her not shower before they put on makeup or do that hair. They look at her totally different.
It's gonna be a whole different person coming out of the motherfucker. It's gonna be a gremlin. You know, like off of Sesame Street, they had the garbage Muppet. That's gonna be these women, bro. They're gonna be a garbage Muppet. They're gonna have the short hair. The grouch. They're gonna be the grouch, man. And they gonna smell like ouch. It smell like eel, you know. And that's when it's gonna really settle. It's gonna really settle in.
And you also have it too, how where you know that this society is really made up full of witchcraft because you have women that are, you know, just purely hideous, and they go to a makeup
right.
session and they come out, you're like, oh,
Whole different person.
hold on now, hey, she look good now, she look different, you know. But when all that is done away with, man, all right, there's gonna be a lot of those women that look like that lady at first before that makeup. Oh nah, we ain't touching that. Your baddest chick in your neighborhood gonna be looking like that, man.
Right.
You're not gonna want to talk to her, man.
Right.
And that's how the scripture goes into 7 women shall take hold of one man. Hey, these women gonna be cleaving because they gonna understand that they're not the prize anymore, or at least they were never the prize, man. That's what they think now.
Right.
These women gonna understand that, hey, we're not the prize.
Yep.
All right, let us be called by thy name.
You know what's crazy? Nowadays, all women rely on is their beauty because they have no cooking skills. They can't clean. They can't stay in the house. They can't be quiet.
Can't boil
You know,
water.
they can't boil water. You know, so all they can use is their beauty. All right, and that's how they mainly get the men that they want, is because they use their beauty. But in the day we're coming to, that beauty is going to be little to no value because you're not going to have any, man.
Well, and they say that, you know, they say pussy is power.
Yeah.
So these women use their vagina to get men too. Oh, well, you gotta do this, you gotta buy me this, you gotta buy me that. And that day when the motherfuckers smell your vagina 3 miles down the road before they even see you, anybody gonna be thinking about you, man.
You see that?
That's why they're gonna be begging the brother, please help me. And brothers gonna be taken care of, bro. Brothers gonna have food, brothers gonna be eating, you know, hey, brothers gonna be clean. The Lord gonna try us at first, you might have to go a week or two without that. But then once you pass that test, we're gonna take care of you. Lord may land you upon a bunker.
Yeah.
You know, so every time you come out that bunker, you're gonna have women cleaving, help me. And you're gonna take them right back to the bunker if the Lord sees that they willing to be saved. You know? And if not, then they ass gonna be left out there, man. But the brothers gonna be taken care of, man. We don't know how the Lord gonna do it. We got an idea, you know, through certain movies, but we know He gonna do it.
You gotta keep the faith, man. Like no matter how detrimental it gets, there's a saying I always like to say, "Amen." Yahawah, Yahawah put you in a situation, and the Lord can also get you out, man. All right, so your countenance is what's the most important thing while you in that situation, and that could very well determine life or death. Your countenance, man, how you respond to whatever situation you're in. Okay, and that's right there is why brothers, you know, have so high hope and faith in the Lord, because we know that, hey, Yahawah does all things, man. The Lord can move mountains for you, man. Just have the faith of a mustard seed. Never lose faith, and the Lord can do anything for you, man.
Right, and we know the Lord didn't bring us this far just to leave us. You know the Lord didn't bring us this far to leave us, man. The Lord got something in store for His men. You know, you've been serving Him for years on end. You know, diligently serving YAHAWASHI. You guys that fell off, you guys that lost the faith, you guys that got weak, you guys that forsook YAHAWASHI, you're gonna be in fucking trouble, bro. You're gonna be in trouble. When the time comes, it's gonna be you and hell out there.
Yeah.
And the Lord ain't gonna be no matter how many times you call upon Him, if you know the names, He ain't coming to save you because guess what? you
put the Lord to open shame,
Yeah.
and you also lost faith. So the Lord, He's not going to be around you if you're faithless too. At that,
Right.
So that and really, you put the Lord to open shame, and you disappointed the Lord, man. You made the Lord seem as if He's a liar, man. The Lord betted on you, man. Basically,
Right.
You betrayed the Lord as a friend.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how you got to see it. You know, as a man, you have a friend and you get betrayed by that friend. You look at it like, damn, bro, I really trusted you, man.
You always look
imagine
over
how
your
much the
shoulder,
Lord.
too.
You know how much the Lord, when He see that man that He put His trust into, betrayed him, man. Even though He already knew you was gonna do that shit, but it's like, damn, bro.
Have more faith in you.
I have more faith in you, man. You betrayed me. You put my name to shame.
Well, the Lord trusted us with His knowledge.
Exactly.
He trusted us with His knowledge. He trusted us with His word, and with that, He gave you a penny. You're supposed to go and multiply that penny.
Yeah.
So you didn't multiply that penny if you just bullshitted, played games, and thought it was a joke. Then the Lord is gonna remember that in that day. When you need Him, He gonna say, "Well, remember I needed you, nigga. And where the fuck was you at?"
And that shit go hit a lot more harder, man.
In that day.
That shit go hit, man.
Hey,
It's like,
scoot
damn,
us on.
Oh, this brother got a precept too.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Micah 7:10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy God?
So
Hey.
she that.
Hey, she that is my enemy. Hey, these women gonna see it, man. And especially even when the Lord returns, man, these women gonna be clowning brothers, man. All right, where's your God? Well, is he coming to save you?
Yeah,
All
your
right.
woman. Your woman that you lay next to every day gonna become your worst enemy that day. Because Satan gonna jump on her, and the woman is the weaker vessel. Satan gonna jump on her. We gotta eat. You want your kids starve? The woman know how to say all kind of shit to get on your skin, man. Especially in a time of desperation, man. That's why we gotta trust in YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. Hey, count to 3. Slow down, calm down. You tripping? Just bring it back a couple notches. We're gonna trust in the Lord, man. The Lord ain't gonna allow us to starve out here.
And see, the brother made a beautiful point too. And brothers, brothers are also realistic too. Maybe you understand. The women in that time, when a woman ain't got food in her stomach and she worried about her kids starving, man, your God ain't here. We can't see Him. You've been doing this for years. Look at you.
She gonna be talking shit, boy.
So we just gonna starve?
We just gonna starve.
We just gonna starve?
You let your kids starve. You ain't shit.
Because
you ain't shit.
you see, these women, they lack faith, man.
Yeah.
They lack faith. So because they lack faith, if you tell a woman to believe in something that's not physically there, she can't see it in front of her, she gonna lose her fucking mind.
My woman told me that.
But a brother can you see, because men are visionaries. So even if it's not there, we can still see. We can still hold on to and believe in something that's not there. A woman, they don't comprehend that. They like, what? No, I gotta see it. I need it right now.
Yeah, you can be on your last dollar and you have faith in the Lord and pray to the Lord, and He can multiply that, man. But with the woman, when she's on her last dollar and she see you on your last dollar, she's going to, try you to death, man. Like with Job's wife. When Job was going through all the hell that he was catching, he had his wife that was on his ass the whole time, man. She was like, just curse the Lord and die. And she was talking shit, and then Job held out all the way into the end, and the Lord blessed him even more than what he even had before. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta be able to hold out. You gotta be able to hold out. That's what we're doing right now, waiting for the Lord to come back. We're holding out, man. We're catching hell left and right. Brothers having bill problems, job problems, car problems. Brothers are still holding out. Not letting that hinder their faith, because at the end of the day, once you hold out, man, you want to see the Lord, man. You want to get to the point where you're endured unto the end, so you can be saved, man.
Right.
We're still in that enduring moment right now.
Right.
Scripture
say that he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved.
Same shall be saved.
So we don't know who the elect are. We pray to be that we call us the hopeful elect, but we don't know. The Lord can make it where you bug out tomorrow, man. Exactly. So our hope is that we endure to the end. That's the whole thing. We gotta endure. You gotta fight. You gotta get through it. And that's not gonna be an easy thing. That's not gonna be an easy task. Anybody can just do. You're gonna have to really have the Lord with you, man, and the times we're coming into, man.
And women are not able to do that. That's why women can't be in leadership positions. That's why a woman can't teach men the word. All right, because at the end of the day, she's going to change the word around according to her emotions, according to how she feels. And that's why women believe that they can preach now, because they change the word around according to how they feel. Well, I want to be a preacher.
Yeah,
I feel like I can be a preacher, so I'm gonna go preach until a whole bunch of grown ass men that know more than me in this word, and trying to teach them something
on my cycle.
on your cycle.
And I want to add too, because the reason the people in the 2/3 receive it is because that's of this world. All right, that's of this world for women to be teachers and women to be pastors, man. That's not of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. And that's also why women don't want to get down with this too, because hey, like the woman is not supposed to usurp authority over a man. Hey, you got to be quiet. We don't care about your opinion. And the instance that popped up in my head about the little girl that came up, if that little girl would have came up and spoke to, it was female pastors up here, and they would ask, hey, is it okay if I get with a woman? That female, well, honey, you know,
wherever your heart's leading you, you can cover much all you want.
You know, yeah, you know, if your heart is, hey, if your heart is telling you that, you know, something else can be disgusting, and you know, a woman's gonna try to appease that little girl's feelings through her feelings, man. All right, make her hear smooth words, or speak on the smooth things. That's what the people of this world want to hear, smooth things. They don't want to hear the truth.
They can do what they want to do. You know, and in that video, I was going into that with those, you know, those churches, the debate, you know, voting upon that. They even said in their own mouth how they know what the Bible say. It's against women being pastors and teachers and you know, leading the church. It's against that, but they decided to do it anyway. So you're not really following the scriptures. You're not really following the Bible. You know. Go ahead.
And shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Hey, and the shame is gonna cover her, man. Because when she see that brothers, they really got it. The Lord really protecting brothers. Hey, she gonna already been done fell off and want to get away from you. Then she gonna be trodden down, man, because she's not gonna have no protection. And I you know, I can attest for other brothers, especially as I do for myself. Hey, if my woman is not right in that day, you getting left, man. And that's just plain and simple. All right, if you're not in the spirit of YAHAWASHI, you want to get out of order, you don't want to listen, man. Hey, I'm not going to cause brothers and myself and other, you know, people around us that the Lord have us around us in that time, YAHAWASHI, to get put to death because you out of order, man. All right, you're going to get left right there. Then you're going to get trodden down like mire in the street, like horse droppings, man. All right, you're going to get trodden down and you're going to be left there, man. Yep. And then you're going to understand that a prophet was among you and YAHAWASHI was actually dealing with that man.
Hey, and that's also why the scripture says, set your house in order now. You know, now it's up to your house in order. You know, you got a woman, you got kids, you let them know what's up. This is what it is, this is what it ain't. When this happens, this is what we're going to do. So, you know, you got to make a plan. You know, because we're all hip break loose any day now. You got to let them know that this is what's coming. You know, we ain't finna sugarcoat what you take, what you want to hear, take a bunch of bullshit. Nah, man, this is what it is. You with it or you're not with it. You know, and when the time comes, you know, we ain't got time to debate if you're not with it when that time comes. You know, we need to know right now. You know. Go ahead.
That's it on that.
I'm bringing this up real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse. I'll go to verse 26 in the GNT. It says, "Grapes will ripen, but there will be no one left to make wine."
It's crazy. I was just grabbing that too.
It says, "There will be desolation everywhere, and a person will long to see the face of another human being, or even to hear another person's voice."
Hey, so it's gonna get so bad out here during Jacob's trouble, man. And you're gonna have martial law and certain different things. A lot of men and women are gonna be sent off to war, and they're gonna die. Then the rest of us over here, they're gonna be going through complete hell, man. And it's gonna get so detrimental. A man is gonna be desiring to hear the man's voice. Just like our brothers can talk right now, and this is not going to be. This is a common thing now. That's not going to be common in those times, man. And those times are coming, okay? And the scripture said grapes are going to gather. Grapes are going to ripen. Who shall gather them? And nobody's going to be left to till and sow the earth, man. Right. No one's going to be able to bury the dead bodies, man. Nothing. It's going to be desolate of men out here, man. America is about to be desolate of men. That's the near future for America. Desolation of men.
That's also why Isaiah 4:1 says, 7 women shall take hold of one man. The only man that's going to be left is the elect man. You know, if a man be the elect, he ain't going to die or the war and die in that war, man. We're going to make a way out for that man. And these women that's left, they're going to be cleaving unto that man. But you remember the movie I Am Legend with Will Smith, and he was talking to those mannequins. Because he was trying to remain sane. Not seeing a person or hearing from another person in months, if not years, man. You know, that should make you lose your mind. It's like you know, imagine being in solitary in prison. Well, imagine being like that, but you in the world, and you got room move up, but you still never hear nobody, never see nobody. You start thinking you're in a dream or something. You start to doubt reality. You know.
I need to wake up. This ain't real.
You're right. So that's the time we come because a lot of men are going to be done died in them wars. Well, a lot of women are going to be hiding. And even if somebody is nearby, they're not going to say that. They're going to be hiding, so you can't see or hear them because they're going to be afraid that you're going to try to take advantage of them. It's going to be a dog-eat-dog world out here, man. People going to be eating each other, you know? It says only 10 will be left out of a whole city.
Only 10 will be left out of a whole city, man. And we in the city right now. You know, a city of Tampa, Florida, that's filled with multiple people, man. Like, we can count out more than 10 people out here right now, man. All right, Scripture says there's gonna be 10 left to a city. All right, and that right there is letting you know how much death and destruction the Lord is bringing, man.
Right. And
you got to put yourself in that scenario and in that area, man. Understand that, hey, the Lord is about to bring great judgment onto this place.
Right.
There's gonna be a lot of death already in America before those nukes get shot off. There's already gonna be a fire kindled here, man. Okay, you got to understand that great death and destruction is coming, man. We still have a lot more prophecies to come through, and that's what the brothers going into it. But the scriptures also talk about, hey, we're hearing the wars and the rumors of wars. Be not troubled, because the end is not yet. And we still got the prophecy of the MOTB. All right, Jacob's trouble. All right, it's still major prophecies that must come to pass before the Lord even returns and shoot those nukes off, man.
Right, so it's gonna be hell on this earth.
Hell on earth,
before
man.
the Lord even before the nukes even get shot off. You know, the nukes are gonna be a mercy kill because you're gonna be already, you know, wishing this shit will be over with. And the agony and pain. When this shit gonna end? People gonna be trying to kill themselves, man. You know, to no avail. You're gonna try to take their lives, and the Lord gonna leave their bodies, their spirits in their bodies to suffer. You know.
You have rich bankers trying to commit
Unalive
trying to
themselves.
unalive themselves, basically jumping from buildings because stock market was crashing and stuff like that, man. All right, but you know we still here.
Right.
You know they thought, oh, my life is over. I'm not rich anymore. I gotta end it. You know, and that right there is just coming to show the things that's about to come. When a lot of these people can't pull the money out the banks coming real soon, man, because the dollar is crashing. Hey, a lot of these people gonna try to seek to put themselves to unalive themselves,
They're
man.
gonna lose it.
They're gonna lose it.
When people have nothing else to lose, they lose it. So you see this economy, you know, tanking. You know, America's spiraling the drain. People gonna lose their shit, bro. You know, people motherfuckers being drafted. Any day you could be drafted. People it's gonna turn into complete chaos. And you got these Republican Edomites. They gonna lose their mind if you try to draft they find little Edomite daughters, man. No, my daughter's not going to fucking war. My daughter's not going to war. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. And it's gonna be fucking, you know, it's gonna be civil unrest here in America. You know, it's gonna get very, very crucial out here. So it's gonna be death all over the place.
And the brother made a beautiful point, because then that's where martial law is going to come in. Now you're going to have civil war, and it's going to be war time. So what are they going to need to implement war rules? The military. All right, and that right there, the military is going to be on a strict, hey, shoot to kill policy. You don't want to listen, boom.
Right.
Well, he's not listening. He acting out, shoot him, boom. You're gone. Problem solved.
Right.
And that's
time
what
of martial law. Ain't gonna be no laws, bro. You ain't got no rights. It's gonna be, you know, the court gonna be in the streets. You know, motherfuckers see you, hey, you comply or you die. That's the time we're gonna be in. It's the time we're gonna be in. They're gonna try to put you into a camp. So you can't comply. So you got to run, you know, get away, pray the Lord be with you.
in the camps, all this. Hey, it's a lot of judgment, heavy judgment coming to this place. Like the brother said, the only man that's going to be left out here is really the elect men of YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. All right, because there's going to be death on every corner.
It says, I want to jump up real quick to verse 22. It says, many people on earth will starve to death, and those who escape starvation will be killed in war.
Hey, many people are going to starve to death, man. We've been talking about a famine, starting with our head elders and apostles, Great Millstone on down for like, I believe, the past 2 or 3 years. And last year, or about a year and a half ago, they said it was a shortage on wheat. All right, and they just stopped talking about it out of nowhere, and all of a sudden they had to kill, I believe, 4 million chickens now because of some disease, man. Okay, so the food is already short. The supply is already running out, but these Edomites that are running this country are not telling you that, man. And the ones who escape that hunger, that's that famine that's coming, you're gonna die in the war. Okay? So either way it go, you're not gonna escape your lot. You're not gonna escape the judgment of YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. If it's ordained for you to be put to death, man, you're gonna be ordained to death. All right, the Lord had people numbered to the sword, all right, to famine. All right, the Lord has people numbered to death already, man. And you're gonna stand in your lot in those last days.
Right. If it's the Lord's will for you to be destroyed, it was already written. And now you can do it. And this is why we fight so hard for YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI, because, you know, really we really can't save ourselves. We need a savior. You know, so Scripture says, give diligence to make that calling and election sure. You know, we hope to be that elect. We call us the hopeful elect, but to make that calling and election sure, we give them diligence. Man, we got to be on fire. We pushing. We giving this thing our all in hopes that we can be delivered. You know, when all hell breaks loose, people look at us crazy right now. But they're gonna really consider us crazy when all hell breaks loose and we get beaten up into them ships, man. That's the ultimate desire, is that we get beaten up and deliver the hell up out of here, man. All right, to hell with this place, man. It says, go ahead. Oh, I'll read some of this. It says their corpses will be thrown out like garbage, and there will be no one left to comfort the living.
Hey, yeah, the corpses will be thrown out in the garbage, man. When these people pass away out here, man, your body's gonna be lying in the streets like mire, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be nobody there. It's not gonna be any funerals, man. You're not gonna have time for burials, nothing like that, man. Wherever your body falls is where it's gonna fall and deteriorate.
And where it's gonna lay at.
That's
right?
where it's gonna lay.
Right. When bodies all over the place like trash, like you're gonna be smelling bodies all day, and that's gonna be a horrible stench in your nose everywhere you go.
Hey, the city's gonna be the worst place
Oh
to
yeah,
be.
I mean, bodies all over the place. You know,
The worst place
you're
to
gonna have
be.
the horrible stench of decaying flesh in your nose everywhere you go, man. And that's gonna wake people up in itself. You know, if you ever smell a dead body, man, hey, that's life leaving the body. That body starts to decay. That could be you tomorrow.
It's different from an animal decaying, man. You know, you'll walk past, you'll see a dead raccoon or something like that. You'll hold your nose. You smell that small animal from a good distance away. So how much more hundreds and thousands of human bodies in the city, man? All right, laying the concrete with just bodies,
Waste,
real
waste.
rough. All right, and I like to also add in there too, because they always like to put those top list of the top populated countries and most expensive cities and stuff like that, man. Hey, we're in Tampa, Florida, man. We're always within the top 3 states, either most people, most expensive place to live, or most populated and things like that. So it's gonna get, brothers. We are here. We gonna see some stuff too, man. All right, it's gonna get detrimental. And that's why brothers have been fighting hard to especially keep the faith and keep going, because hey, it's about to get very hectic out here too, man.
Right. And
Animals gonna be roaming the streets, man. When that time comes, are you gonna? It's a lot of zoos out here too, and the Lord is gonna have a lot of spirits with vengeance coming out and attacking these people, man, and appeasing the wrath of them that made them, man. They're gonna be pleasing the Lord by the destruction they're bringing.
right. So it's gonna be a lot of death in the earth, and that you people ain't ready for that, especially here in America. They ain't used to that, man. You know. It says the earth will be deserted and its cities demolished. There will be no one left to plow the land or plant it. Trees will bear their fruit, but there will be no one left to pick it. Grapes will ripen, but there will be no one left to make wine. So, hey, the earth is going to be desolate. These cities are going to be demolished. It's going to be all hell out here, bro. So, and we don't see that right now. So we still got a ways in this place to go. Prophecies got to come to pass. So it's going to be hell on earth before the nukes even fall. It says, jumping back down, it says, verse 28, only 10 will be left out of the whole city, and in the countryside, only 2 who have hidden in the forest or in the caves. So the people that do survive, they're going to be in hiding. They're going to be somewhere ducked off, hiding for their lives, You're going to literally have to hide for your life. You know how you used to play hide and seek back in the day? And you ain't care if you got found because, or you try to find the best hiding spot. This game of hide and seek, your life gonna depend on it.
Hide for your life.
You don't have to hide for your life, man. So that's why you ain't gonna hear another man's voice. Anybody gonna jump, hey, I'm over here. And you go over there and kill him and eat him. People gonna have it in the back of their head. Watch the movie The Book of Eli. You had particular individuals who was cannibals, man. They was eating people. They show you that all the time in these movies where you have people that's gonna be cannibals out here, literally eating people.
Texas Chainsaw too. And then when you become a cannibal and you eat human flesh, you eat it enough times, your nerves start to get bad, so you have very bad shakes. So you can identify someone who's been eating human flesh. All right, and that's gonna be the new thing. That's gonna be the old thing coming back, because there's nothing new under the sun. Women ate their children back in the day, and that is gonna be actually on high even more on this side, man. It's gonna be raised even more on this side, because what? Like the brother said, there's a lot of women who don't want to have kids, but there's a lot of also Jake women too who got 9, 10, 11 kids, and they single mothers, man. So when it comes down to it,
They're gonna be selling them babies.
Selling the babies, man. Selling them for money, for food, letting them get ravished, man. All right, anything they can do to try to survive in that day, even if it comes down to it, eating one of their children to feed the rest, man.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, nobody gonna be able to trust one another, man. There's gonna be no trust anymore out here. Like the scripture says, the love of many shall wax cold. So you ain't gonna be able to trust individuals because you ain't gonna know if they're gonna try to eat you, you know, stab you in the back, you know, bring you into their house, you know, feed you or whatever, just to starve you out, you know, or just to poison you, or you know, trap you up somewhere so they can, you know, roast your ass up and eat you later. There ain't gonna be no more stores, ain't gonna be no more Walmart, ain't gonna be no more Publix, ain't gonna be no more none of that. Everything is gonna be shut down. These storehouses shall be empty, and it's gonna be complete Mad Max out here, man. People gonna be eating each other, killing each other, raping each other, robbing each other. It's gonna get bad, and that's when that's when everybody gonna know that this is the work of the Most High doing this, man. You see? So anytime before this destruction comes, the Lord sends His prophets out here to warn you of what's to come. And if you don't take heed, then it's gonna come unto you, and that's gonna be that. It says, when an olive grove is harvested, 3 or 4 olives may be left on each tree. When grapevines in a vineyard are picked, a few bunches may be left, even by those who look carefully. That is how it will be in those days. 3 or 4 will be missed by the soldiers who search through the houses to kill everyone. So you're gonna have soldiers searching through houses, seeking to kill everybody in the house, man. You know? That's the time you're coming into. That's a wartime, man. You know? It says, the land will be left empty, the fields will be overgrown with briars, the roads and paths will be covered with weeds and thorns, because there will be no sheep to graze along them. So ain't gonna be no you know, these the grass, the cities, everything is gonna be you know unkept in these days, man. Anybody gonna care about cutting the grass when you know motherfuckers out here eating people, you know? So that's gonna be the harsh reality. Everything is gonna crumble.
That's gonna be a time, man.
Hey, I remember during the lockdown, or it was a government shutdown. The government shut down and the government stopped picking up trash. So remember that trash was building up, you know, everywhere you went looked like a fucking dumpster. So that's how it's gonna be out here in that day, man. You know? You was about to say though?
I was about to say, hey, put yourself in that mind frame, man, and imagine that. You know, you got people out here that just go on jogs just because, man. It's gonna be one day you go out, if you step outside, you're gonna be having to run for your life.
Yeah, well, stop jogging.
All right,
Hey,
you ain't
remember that video? This is America.
This is America.
And
That
then
same video.
you see the end, right? You saw how that video closed out. At the end, he was running for his life.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, Jake was in hand, no shirt on, he booking, and you see behind him Edomites with torches and shit chasing him, man. This is America. That's what's coming to America. That video was symbolic. It was showing you what's coming to America. You see? And the violence that was in that video, the 4 horsemen, that, you know, they were showing you all the signs of this is coming to this is America. This is coming to America, man. It's gonna be total hell out here, and if you don't have YAHAWASHI on your side, it's gonna be you're gonna be really in hell.
Yeah. It don't matter if you're Usain Bolt or you run track, whatever the case may be. The Lord can have it where He take the breath out of your lungs, man. You know, you trip and fall. You know, if the Lord wants you going, you're gonna be going. But put yourself in that mind frame, man. People gonna be chasing you with guns, man, chainsaws, whatever the people have. Hey, the course of their actions shall stand in their power. In that time, whatever somebody has the power to do, they gonna do it, man.
Right.
All right. So if a person want to eat you, man, they gonna hunt you down. And this gonna be they goal. Hey, I'm not stopping until I catch them.
Right.
You're my meal for the day.
Right. I gotta get you.
I gotta get. Hey.
He's gonna be literally hunting other people. And you know who gonna be the easiest targets? Women and children.
These Edomites, they good at hunting, man. All right, these Edomites, they dress up when they go hunting deers and stuff. They put the pee on them and have little flutes and stuff to act like the animal to call them, man. Okay, and that right there is how they gonna get you, Jakes, man. Edomites gonna come in with camouflage suits on things like that, and they blowing down neighborhoods, man.
They mowing everything down. You know, it kind of shows you that too in those purge movies, man. You know how they gonna have these damn militias and stuff out here. You know, with intentions. And they showed you in a movie I believe it was called The First Purge, where they showed you how you had, you know, that sister who was like an activist speaking out. She was speaking against that you know the powers that be. And when the purge came, they sent motherfuckers right to her house.
Yeah.
You know, so they're gonna come for us, brothers. You know, hey, you know, some of you brothers might end up getting drafted. These 2 brothers just graduated. Anybody try to fuck around and draft y'all, you gotta trust in the Lord, man. You know? But it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up to higher, you know, ages, and then they're gonna start drafting these damn women too.
I'm just trying to say the Lord. Go ahead, give me that treatment, man.
Right. It says, verse 33, young women will be mourning because there is no one to marry them.
Hey, so a lot of these young men, like the brother just said, and the age is from 18 to 26. A lot of these young men are about to be sent off to war.
Right.
There's gonna be men that just graduated high school that's gonna have to hop right out of class and right onto a battlefield, man.
Right.
You know, and obviously they had girlfriends and females that want to talk to them. So it's gonna be a lot of men all around the world that's gonna lose. That's gonna be gone. So females, it's gonna be a lot of young females out here.
Yeah, your high school sweetheart, you thinking y'all gonna get married? This nigga get drafted. You know, he never come back again. After a while, he stops sending letters. The letters ain't coming back. Right. What happened? What happened to me? What happened to me? And they, you know, they ain't gonna come and tell you, oh yeah, such and such your love, your family member died. You know, they ain't doing that. They just go, hey, you're never gonna hear nothing from them again.
Next, you got a brother? We need him too.
Right, and then his ass going to war next. You know, so it's gonna get crucial, man. And this is why YAHAWASHI has prepared us for this by giving us His word, man. We are very grateful and truthfully humbled to have this word, because we know that this is all the doing of YAHAWASHI, man. And push come to shove, knowledge should be the stability in that times. The fact that we understand this word and have this knowledge, you know, imprinted on us,
Mercy, man.
man, everybody's gonna be, they ain't gonna know what the fuck going on. We gonna know what's going on, and we gonna know what's gonna happen next, because we're gonna line it up with the prophecies, with the scriptures.
Hey, man, you know, being able to have this truth, man, you gotta see it as having mercy, man. Because the Lord gave you the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, to be able to know the time to come, and to be able to have time to prepare. Not everybody got this mercy, man.
Not everybody got this opportunity
To prepare for what's to come. You know, but the Lord had given it to His man, and He ordained, and He chose out of this world. All right, and we able to, you know, to study, you know, in the scriptures, to get to know the Lord more, to get to know what you know, more wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding. All right, you know, so you gotta see this as receiving this truth as receiving mercy, man. Yeah. You know, you gotta thank the Lord. You know, give all praise and glory and honor to the Lord YAHAWASHI. Because at the end of the day, you could be left out here stranded without knowing what to do.
Right,
you
right.
know?
Lost and confused.
Lost and confused, man.
A lot of people gonna be lost and confused in that day, man. Mm-hmm. It says but it says verse 33, the land will be left empty. Verse 33, young women, these women I heard they you know, hot and ass, just came off of, you know, graduation. Yeah, you know, they looking to start a family. They looking for a husband. It says young women will be in mourning because they will have no one to marry them. And a lot of that mourning is gonna be because of the ones who they had, they thought they was gonna marry. Those guys gonna end up down and giving up the ghost, man. You know, like we said. And then they're gonna try to find another man to marry them and protect them and take care of them and be a provider and protector. And ain't gonna be no man like that. It says, what is that? It says, wives will be in the mourning, wives will be in mourning because they have lost their husbands. So they gonna be lost their husbands, you know.
Husband went out to war and never heard from him again.
Right.
You know, they're gonna be sad. A lot of people are gonna be sad, mourning, crying, you know, because there's gonna be a lot of death in this day. All right. So once you get used, you're gonna start getting used to the death, where you're gonna have to be walking over death every day. You know, like them, you know, he just died. You know, so somebody might die right next to you.
And if the men gonna be going to war and dying like that, then guess what? They come with it right now, bro. They come with it right now.
That one ain't happening over there.
Yeah, that's all right. They're about to bring it. But you know, if men are gonna be down like this, dropping like flies in these wars, how much more you women when you get drafted?
Shit, man.
You know, you gonna be over there getting, you know, turned inside out.
It's gonna be,
you know.
It's gonna be a mass genocide, man.
It says, wives will be mourning because they have lost their husbands. Mm-hmm. Daughters will be in mourning because there is no one to help them. All the young men will be killed in the war.
Yeah. So hey, man, you know, all the young men, You know what they said, 18 to 25, 24,
18 and 26.
26, shit, man. You know, so a lot of these young men are gonna be drafted out to war. They're gonna be getting killed, man. All right, and even men even older than that, man. All right, they are gonna be drafted too. All right, right now they probably not saying it right now, but a lot of you niggas are gonna be drafted, man.
And
Whether
if you already
young or old, man.
if you already, you know, and if you already in the reserves, you're gonna be the first ones, man.
Yeah.
You already signed up for the military. You already signed up for the draft. You already in the database. First ones.
Those were the ones.
Then they coming for the ones who haven't been signed up yet.
The ones in the reserves are the ones who didn't want to go front line.
Or-
they wanted to just be a part of
right.
the military, get benefits.
Right.
Now you're gonna actually have to go fight.
You're gonna be on that front line.
And if
And you got people that was already in the military that might have done their time and got out and call, hey, yeah, we need you back, because they can always do that.
Yeah.
So you was in the military and you know
Signed the contract.
you just got, you know, you just finished your military career, they can call your ass right back. Hey, yeah, we need you to come back, man. Hey, yeah, we at war with China, we at war with Russia, we at war with such. You think, what the fuck they got to do with me? I already served my time. Nah,
You know
man, we
what's
need you to
crazy?
come back.
What they put in a lot of people's head is we're not going to war anytime soon.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people want to go for those benefits and shit. You know, but you're not watching, you're not seeing what's going on right now, man.
Right.
All right, we're about to be in war anytime soon.
You ain't measuring the time.
You're not measuring time diligently. You know, so a lot of people be like, oh, we're not going to war anytime soon. Anybody don't have war. We just got World War II. You know, but the scripture, you know, it biblically tells you and prophesies World War III coming right after World War II, man.
Right.
Alright, so if you brothers have ever watched Fury, you know the character Norman. All right, that's how a lot of these Jason would be out here. All right, he was like before this, I believe he was a writer or something like that.
Right. He had never been to war in his life.
He never been to war in his life.
You know what's crazy? I want to bring out. You can bring out your part. Before you go farther than that, I want to bring out this right here. Yeah, grab one, bro. We going over here.
Yeah.
Dying of thirst, man.
So, please.
Long time coming. Long time coming, brother. Shalom, brother. How about you know, Shabbat for that?
Oh, that was energy boost. I need that.
But you mentioned the movie Fury. Fury. Movie Fury, the main character, when he came into the war, you saw the look in his eyes. That's one thing I took about that movie, man. When he first came into that war, he had that shine in his eyes. You know, I saw a video the other day of a dude a Palestinian dude who escaped the torture, or he was a prisoner of war in Israel. He was a prisoner in the war over there in Israel, and he said they was torturing him. You ain't got no space?
I'm gonna see right now.
Yeah. Go ahead and lie.
They have
But
the stair.
you had a 1,000-yard stare.
1,000-yard
stare. He had a 1,000 yards. I was like this. From fear, man. You know. All right. Let me get another one.
No, there ain't no more space.
No more space. All right. Well, pick it up and take it over here now, because the sun went down a little bit.
Just put it in that corner.
Yeah. Just come directly ahead of us. Everybody in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all brothers got preachers. We going into this war, the female draft. You know, what's coming, how it's gonna be in America when this war comes. You know, it's going to prophecy. Yeah. So when that movie Fury, you know, it's the main character. He had that gloss in his eyes. He had that sparkle in his eye in the beginning of the movie. And then they showed you know, him. He's probably in the war for a couple of months. He saw all that death and destruction, even the death and destruction of his own team. He was the last survivor of his own team. And by the end of the movie, when they found him, that sparkle in his eye was gone, man. You know, he was changed by that war. So that's how it's gonna be when they send you to war, man.
He understood, you know, he understood following the casualty of war and the seriousity of war. Because when, like I was saying, when he first came in, it was time for him to actually, you know, he had to shoot a kid, man. He had to put a kid down. All right, but he couldn't do that, and him not doing that caused a lot of other men. Okay, and that right there, you know, it came to a point where he realized, okay, it's either me or them.
Right.
And there was a scene where he just was holding the gun without looking. He was just, I gotta do it, just let it go.
Right.
And that's what's gonna come down to a lot of these Americans. They gotta understand that you're about to enter into war. And there was a video on Instagram too with Jake with a ski mask on, right? And it was like, this is Gen Z when they go to war. He put out the bag. He was like, oh, I got a drum. He was like, I got a drum. Thinking you a ski mask. You got a grenade. And he was like, this is how it's gonna be to go to war. So they're clowning the fact that it's a war going on, but that laughter is gonna turn to sorrow really quick.
If I may add to another thing when it comes to those, effects of war, you have those veterans that that's been in war, that's been in that lifestyle, that's been in that mindset. They come back traumatized from all the horrific things they have seen. Even things that's not supposed to be even taking place. You see, and it leaves them in a state of when they come back and they have PTSD. All right, where there's certain things, the sounds, the hearing, or looking, or even feeling, can bring back that destructive feeling that they feel.
Right, that PTSD.
Yeah, so you have it where where these men that's going to be taken and drafted over here to war about to experience a great tragedy that like none other, man.
Right.
You see, that they're not even used to. I remember a brother did a video on it. I did a lineback on it about these. It was a famous woman. Her name was Cardi B. She was speaking about all these men on these TikToks and
about that.
real. Oh, that's good.
Like American ain't ready for war, man.
Yeah. So they're not ready for it, man. The goddamn hip shaking and all that. Hey, all that's gonna turn into
These niggas want to be TikTokers.
right. All that's gonna turn into YouTubers. All that's gonna turn into nothing but what is it? Casualties of just a war, man.
Casualties of war.
Yep.
Well, these men, they go to war and they get fight or flight syndrome, huh? Where they constantly got to remain, the body has to remain in fight or flight because they got to be up on game. Okay, then they come home and they can't get that shit off of them. They can't tell when it's a time of peace and a time of war anymore. These people are going to drive themselves insane and kill each other, man. And we already have that now. You still got people still alive from World War II. You still got PTSD from it, man.
There was a video of a world. I'm glad the brother said that because there was a video of a World War II veteran. Man, he was an Edomite man. He was old, and there were women that went into the military. I guess from the reserves, that they actually enlisted into the military, but they never went to war. And she was like, "Well, we have equal rights too. We're the same as you." And he got mad. And he said, "Somebody give me a gun. I'm about to shoot these MFers, bro." He was like, he was getting visually upset because he was like, you women didn't have to go through half the things we went through. I was on the front line.
Yeah. And then the men wish they didn't have to go through it.
And then he said, you're disrespecting me by saying you're equal as me. He said, if I had a gun right now, I would have popped all of you on your face, man. And he was dead serious, man, because he had to do that, man. And that's why I said these women are about to get a rude awakening, because there's actual men that had to go to war to fight for you women to get so big-headed to where y'all are now,
That's
man.
the thing, man. Because people have been living in comfortability all this time, where they don't understand the casualties of death and war. A lot of people been live off of silver spoons and shit, man. So people don't understand what it's like to have your own family members die right in front of you and shit, man. So they look at it as, oh, it's not gonna be that bad. Ain't nothing's gonna happen. War's not gonna happen anytime in our lifetime.
Right.
Because they're so comfortable with living these lifestyles that they don't watch. They don't see what's going on.
Right, and they're in denial.
They're in denial.
They're hoping the war don't come like that, so they're denying up until they got a damn M16 in their hand.
Exactly.
You on the damn. Hey, I was I was driving home the other day, and it was a military helicopter with the damn gunners on the front of it and everything, driving right over my ass, man. Low as hell. Couldn't get my phone in time to get a picture of it, but it was low as hell. It looked like it was wartime.
Russian troops were close to Florida?
No, that was a couple weeks ago. But I'm talking about it was an actual military helicopter, a damn
Apache helicopter. They got the guns on the side of them, and still they got the guns on the bottom too.
Right. And I saw that motherfucker was like 20 feet in the air, man, just hovering over neighborhoods. It was hovering. I was in the neighborhood. It was hovering over our neighborhood. I'm like, what the fuck going on, man? But that's the time we're coming into. We're coming into a time where you get used to seeing that, man. But another thing I want to say too is in that movie Fury, there was a very heavy scene. I did a video about it where one of the characters, he told the main character when he was new, You know, he seen the shine in his eyes. You know, he had them crystal blue eyes. He seen the shine in his eyes. By the end of his eyes was great. All right, but he told him, he said, wait till you see it. He said, what? And see what? He said, what a man can do to another man. You see? When ain't no holds bars, ain't no laws, ain't no restrictions, ain't none of that. What a man, total war, what a man can do to another man. There was a scene in that movie I remember was very vivid where they was in these tanks, and you had a path for the tanks, and you literally had dead bodies. You could see the outline of a body in the mud, and it was rolling over with the tank. That and literally was turning into mire. You know?
That Fear movie.
Yeah, that Fear movie. Yeah, it was mushed into the mud. It was raining. It was gloomy, and then the tanks were rolling over. It was like, oh, that was just a hell of a scene, man. That's a hell of a scene. That movie is serious.
Hey,
It was on Netflix. It should be. I mean, I don't know.
You can watch it anywhere. Like now they have the movie thing. So you type it in, you can watch it on YouTube as well.
Yeah, to find a movie real quick, you can just always go on Google and type it in, and they'll tell you where it's playing. And that's a good movie to watch because that's how we're coming to it. And anytime we're coming into a time of war, that's when they start putting out all these war movies, and they try to hit you with the propaganda of how cool war is and stuff. It's not cool, man. People go to war and they don't come back. They go over there and die. They come back and they don't come back the same.
It makes you seem like you're brave for joining to go to the war.
Patriotic.
Well, really, all these people in America are consumers. I mean, they depend upon something. You know, they depend upon America. They depend upon the government. But when they get out there and they're by themselves, they're gonna lose it because they cannot be independent anymore, man. These people weren't raised, especially this modern generation, this latest generation. They weren't raised to be independent, man. They were raised to be dependent upon the system, man.
And I would like to add too, because you even had in that movie when people actually seen the effects of war, it was people actually hanging from trees, man, with signs basically saying that I give up. I don't want to fight for this country. I can't do it.
You got people that didn't want to fight since they killed themselves.
Damn, fear. And men's hearts failing them.
They were doing that for the draft. You have people on this side. In this day, today, modern day times, we talking about you women that's gonna get drafted, but you've been to a lot of you women. You gonna get drafted, and because you're afraid to go to war, you're gonna kill yourself, man. You're gonna find you hanging up in your closet somewhere or something, man. People won't be doing that because they're gonna try to escape the war. They don't want to go to war.
And the ones that survived too, like you had the two women, you see them where they were in there with two women that cooked for them. When it was time for them to actually get back on their horse or back in their tanks to keep going, the women too, artillery came out of nowhere and blew their house up. All right, and then that's what the dude Norman, I believe, when that started changing for him, so he had to understand that, hey, death is a part of this war, man.
Right, because he had just met them. He took a liking to the chick, but then 5 seconds later they getting ready to leave, and then they ass get blown up. So you just had this whole moment with these people, and now they're gone. You seeing them from smiling to dying to dead. Like that's gonna fuck with your mind, bro.
Yep.
So we're gonna really have to work on our minds so that we can remain sane in that day. That's why you're gonna need YAHAWASHI. Because everybody think they tough till you see some real shit.
Good movie to watch too. Brothers already watched it. Was that book of Eli, though, man? Because it literally gives you how you're supposed to be in that time. Because Eli, which is played by Denzel Washington, he was in a calm state of mind where he put his faith in the Lord YAHAWASHI, and he was letting the Spirit guide him, man. We're coming to a time where everyone's, it's going to be death and destruction here, man. All right? And you're going to need the Spirit to guide you through all that death and destruction. The scripture says, man's body going to be lying in the streets like garbage. Like shit, like dung. And you don't need the Spirit of the Lord to be in you to be able to sit there and look at that shit and be like, I got to keep going. All right? Because there's going to be people out here that's going to see that shit, and they're going to be like, damn, I can't do this shit no more. Next thing you know, they got a bullet in their head, man. You don't get what the ghost from fear.
Exactly. Hey, you got where you got it in these wars where you got. This is why wars was always for men. You got it in a war, you might be in a trench for 2-3 weeks. They got food in there, they got everything in there, but shit and this and that. But you may be in a trench for 2 or 3 weeks. With gunfire going over the trench, so you can't move. Imagine a woman being in a trench for 2-3 weeks and then no bath, no shower, smelling like a goddamn stale tuna melt. It's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be bad.
She might come on her cycle in that trench, man. Then she gonna forget about the war, man.
Hey, you had it in one movie I seen not too long ago. It's called Broken. And in that movie, Broken, you had this guy, Dan Edomite, who was the main character, but in the movie, it got to a point where it was being in captive to these Emmons, man. And these Emmons, the way they was treating them over there, they was beating them. And they then was growing, they was then skinny and pining away.
Yeah, I got to do a video about that, about, you know, during the war, I think it was the Vietnam War. You had those women over there that was, you know, that was getting ravaged by those soldiers and stuff, man. I got a clip on that I want to go into. Lord willing, YouTube gonna take it down, but you know how these devils is, because we coming into that time where shit gonna start getting more and more graphic and more uncomfortable.
Exactly.
And the truth hurts, man, and it's about to get very, very uncomfortable.
Hey, and a great example is that because in that movie, those people that was pining away getting beaten. Hey, these women not gonna be prepared. These women ain't gonna be able to withstand that, man. You know, these women ain't gonna be able to. Hey, you got those. You got in those wars, man. They do so much horrific things that hey, you can't even put a nimble on it, man. Because look, they are mind. Their mentals is to break you, take you out, do anything what they want with you, man. You see. And they're already speaking about, you know, even having a discussion of these women getting drafted there, man. All right, to war period. So, hey, what you gonna think is gonna be if it's these men in these type of conditions? How much are you women? You know, hey, it's gonna be a terrible day. When you smelling like funky and funky ass, it's gonna be your least of your problems, man. You gonna have to worry about your enemies on the other side ravishing, man, taking what they want. Or even putting your ass 6 feet on them.
This is the 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 34. All the young men will be killed in the war.
All the young men will be killed in the war, man. Okay? So these men that are full of life, okay, they got all the energy in the world. These athletes, D1 athletes and shit, man. Professional athletes. You men gonna be killed off in the war. Okay? And the scriptures say the mighty man shall sigh there bitterly, or cry there bitterly, huh? Okay, so you men that think you mighty, you professional boxers, or you macho man, or UFC fighters and shit, man, you huge ass football and basketball players, you're gonna be like bitches in that day. You ain't gonna be able to be accounted for as a man. Because the times
gonna bitch up.
Yeah.
As Pastor Hart said, these men gonna bitch up. Scripture says your mighty men shall become as women.
That's right.
Okay. It says, and all the married men will die in the famine.
So that's why you don't have a lot of women left over here, okay? When that war comes, because a lot of these men are going to be drafted off into the war, it's more women than men. Okay, so you still have a lot of women left over after these drafts, man. You know, we're still stuck over here in Babylon to suffer. All right, that's why Jacob's trouble is going to be so heavy upon you women. You know, it's more women than men. You women going to suffer the most because you're the most powerful. Scriptures say, all wickedness is but little compared to the wickedness of a woman. So you got a lot coming for your ass, man. You know?
It says, now listen to my message, you people who serve the Lord. It is the Lord's message, so receive it and believe what he says. The disasters are approaching rapidly and they will not be delayed.
These disasters are approaching rapidly, meaning what? Hey, they coming fast, man. Before you know it, it's going to be a full war state going to be in a full effect, man. Martial law in the streets. Okay, you're going to have curfew. All right? All these things going to take you unexpectedly. The scriptures say that they're going to overtake you as a thief in the night, man. But ye brethren are not in darkness, and that they should overtake you as a thief. Okay, because what? We've been watching.
Right.
Okay,
watchtower.
Right, we've been on the watchtower. The watchmen always go see the danger coming first. They didn't want to sound the trumpet.
Right.
Okay? It's up to you to listen to the sound of the trumpet. Okay? Drake is drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage. They partying, taking to school, having fun, having a blast, doing drugs and shit. Okay, well, the prophets are out here sounding the trumpet daily. That's scary, man. You party, you don't know what's going on in the world, and the trumpets are being sounded every day. Right. You know? That's the Lord warning you. Shit's about to get real. You ever heard that that alarm they give off when the missile coming or something? That's what's going on spiritually right now, every day, but nobody hears it, man. You know, so when shit actually pops off, it's gonna take you unexpectedly. But the whole time you've been warned, man. You got no excuse no more.
Hey, you have it with it. That's why the scriptures tell you they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon you.
Right.
You see, because as much as good as they speaking of right now, or trying to have a good saying up to you right now, hey, it's really destruction about to come to this place, man. And these motherfuckers that's know it's coming, they gonna hide themselves, man. They gonna try to at least how they have to hide themselves. But what are you gonna do? You see, you're gonna be left out here scrambling and looking for food and in great distress, man. And guess what? Hey, when judgment comes to play out, man, you're gonna be in the midst of it, man.
Well, look, you got Jake over there playing football with the kids and shit. Right now, time you should be in the house praying, man. You know, you got enemies of the state, enemies of America sitting on the borders, man. You know, in ships and groves, okay, in the surrounding countries, okay, less than 4 hours away. And Jake just willy-nilly having barbecues, living it up, Juneteenth. You know, that's what it's all about to these niggas, man. It's pork and pork rinds, man, and baked beans.
You're the next NFL star.
Right, because Jake is asleep. Jake is in a deep slumber, and they ain't gonna wake up until they ass get cracked inside the head, man. Soldiers gonna be kicking in your door. Soldiers that ain't got USA flags on them. They gonna have flags on them from different countries, man. Okay, from the UN troops coming through. You know, what you gonna say then? Oh, how the fuck you ain't get here? Well, the prophet's been warning you this whole time. Where were you at when the trumpet was being sounded?
And that's why Scripture says, evils shall grow upon the earth. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth. Famine, sword, and destruction, man.
Right.
So in this time, you're going to be having these things accumulating and getting much worse while you're in a state of thinking everything is good. You know, right now you can still go afford these hey, these women, they get still assistance, all right? Now you got these men who still believing in being the next rapper or being the next top notch in the business. Hey, this place is cool, man. All right? Hey, YAHAWASHI is about to bring great death and destruction, famine, sword. All right? Everything's about to come on this place really rapidly, man.
Hey, there's so much going on. We forgot it was election year, man. You know? The president's supposed to be elected this year, man. But there's so much going on, you don't hear much people talking about that.
Well, if you go into a war, it's going to get postponed anyways.
Right.
You know, and you got this whole petrodollar thing that just happened, where you know that deal expired, which means America is going to have to go to war to maintain its hegemony, its dominance over the other nations. So war is inevitable. You're going to go to war, and their thing is they're probably going to try to push it out before the elections, which is to keep this guy in office, and then you know it's going to be complete chaos out here, man. So this could be the year of Jacob, very well be the year of Jacob's trouble. You know, this as Apostle Mark pointed here, the whole year of Jacob's trouble. This could very well be the year where they're gonna start drafting niggas and locking niggas up, putting niggas in FEMA camps.
Right.
They got camps here, okay, concentration camps, and they said it was for the dissident Americans, the Americans who are against the powers that be. So you speak up against this system, they're gonna lock your ass up. If you don't want to go to war, okay, well we got someone for you to go. Put you in a FEMA camp, man. And some of us may be cast into those prisons, and the Lord will have to break us, send an angel to break us out, or a brother could break you out. Who knows how the Lord gonna do it? We're gonna trust in YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI through and through.
I would like, if I may add on to the war, like the brother said, the war is inevitable, and I just seen the post on Instagram too as well. Putin said the war, it is going to start on the ground, and it is going to happen, but if Russia and all their allies begin to lose, and it looks like they're going to lose it anyhow, anyway, they're pressing the button. They said this is a war. If we can't win, no one's. Putin said if we can't win this war, nobody's going to win.
Mutual annihilation, or mutually assured destruction. That's what they call it. Mutually assured. This is a war that, no matter how it goes, it's going to be mutually assured destruction. Because if a nuke gets shot off, they're going to get shot off from both sides, and then the whole world going to be destroyed for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, the world ain't going to be able to function the same as it was functioning before the nukes get shot off.
Yeah.
See, so it's going to be mutually assured destruction, which is why the Lord's going to have to come and, you know, pretty much contain it to America and Israel, and then he's going to, you know, set up a righteous kingdom over the earth.
There's a huge spirit around those nukes, because when a nuclear missile gets shot off, all these other countries are going to be alerted that there is a superpower in the air. They don't know if it's coming to them or not. So everybody's going to be trigger happy, button happy. Oh, I got to protect my country. Oh, I'm going to shoot at this country because I think they shot it. You know, it's going to be a time of very, very irrational decisions, man. Everybody going to press the button.
All America's allies is going to turn against America.
Because everybody going to think America shot it. Hey,
Yeah.
and that's what it is, man. America's the enemy, the big bully. You know, everybody got their eyes on America. You got Putin traveling to Cuba, Putin traveling to North Korea. having walking talks.
Right.
What you think they talking about, man? They talking about fucking cup of tea and the next boxing match? No, they talking about America. They say, hey, we gonna take this motherfucker out.
And they're getting closer and closer.
Right.
So as they're getting closer together, these nations are getting further and further from America, man. They're getting, they're building more and more tensions up with America, while these other nations that's teaming up against America are getting closer and closer.
Yep.
This is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 17.
Well, like I brought out Salakia, like I brought out in the lesson, you know, what happens when you go to, you got a fight schedule. Hey, when we was young, we used to schedule fights. Meet me at the park, nigga. You know, what Jake was doing, going around talking to all his homeboys. Hey, come, hey, I gotta fight it this time. Come to the fight. That's what Putin doing, man. Hey, they scheduling a fight, man. You know, and it's gonna happen out of nowhere. But Putin already he's already backed up.
And you know how them fights be nowadays. Well, back in the day,
Right,
you go to a fight and if the person who you fighting against got more people in the crowd and you start winning, they gonna jump your ass.
Right.
You know, so that's gonna come to America.
And that's what Pua was saying. He was like, if it comes to a point to where the enemy is winning, aka the West,
I'm dumping. I'm shooting.
He said nobody's gonna win. He said, I'm letting
I'm
it
gonna
go.
air this bitch out.
I'm letting it go.
You know, in Jake terms, I'm gonna air this bitch out, man. If I start losing, nigga, I'm airing this bitch out.
And
You know?
he said if it even looks as if we're going to lose, he's sending them. He said that's it. If it looks like we're going to lose, he's sending it. That's it. He said it's going to be a.
And that's why America's been trying to avoid this war with Russia, because they know, and that war is biblical, man. Russia has a huge part in America's destruction. So them knowing that, they thinking like, damn, we got to try to avoid this at all costs. At the same time, still trying to keep power, you know, on the world stage. It's inevitable.
Hey, that man, Putin said, he's not bluffing.
This is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 17. I'm doomed. Who will rescue me in those days?
As you see these visions, he said, I'm fucked, man. Who will help me? What can I do? How can I be delivered? And I also go to show you that Ezra was reincarnated in the flesh, man. You know, regenerated. He's back again today. You know, it goes to show you that that's real. You got doctors that say it's not real, but the prophets that were here aforetime are here today. The scripture said this generation shall not pass until all things be fulfilled. So you niggas that crucify the Lord as well are here today. And you're going to see it, man. You got a lot you got to pay for. You got a lot to atone for. And these niggas don't even know it.
It says, troubles will come and many people will groan. Famine will come and many will die. Wars will come and the world powers will tremble.
So there's not just war coming, famine, pestilence. People gonna be getting sick out here. People gonna be eating each other out here for very hunger's sake. Okay, they're gonna be eating themselves. They're gonna be eating their own body. They're gonna be eating their own flesh for food, drinking their own blood for water, man. That's how bad it's gonna get. And then there's wars coming. And you think these things are just happening out of coincidence or out of nowhere? These countries are arguing. It's just happening out of nowhere. No, the Lord is sending these in the earth. The Lord is judging the earth, man.
Hey, you ain't gonna be no question if it's the end or not. You gonna know it's the end. You're gonna be like, damn, you know, all this shit happening at once. This has gotta be the end that the scriptures was speaking of.
Well, everybody subconsciously anticipates the end in their mind.
Yeah.
And you've been having all over social media too. A lot of the Jakes and the dudes that play Call of Duty growing up. You see that, and that's a part of Esau technology too, man. It exposes their plans, man. Because in the older Call of Duty, when you were a kid, Nuketown 2025, you know, playing Call of Duty in 2010, man. So that seems so far away.
Now
But they were showing you that the U.S. was attacking Yemen. There was a map that you fought on called Yemen on a warship and certain different things, man. And now the U.S. is actually going to war with a lot of these different countries. In the end, and in the end, the U.S. was losing, man. And you see in Nuketown 2025 is when the nukes got shot off, man. Obviously, we don't know that the time and the date, no man knows the date in an hour, but they were showing you that in Nuketown 2025 was when the nukes got shot off and everything was destroyed, man. All right.
It says, disasters will come and everyone will be terrified. What will people do when these disasters come?
Because nobody, the Lord says, shall I find faith on earth when I come? Okay, because these people are faithless. So these people are going to be terrified. Scripture say, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore he shall not be defended. Okay, so these people don't believe. There's gonna be a lot of death and terror out here, man. A lot of fearful and afraid, man. You know? Hey, but we got the Lord, brothers. You gotta be a little hopeful, man. Cheerful and hopeful because hey, we trust in the Lord. YAHAWASHI.
Right.
There's nothing for you to be worried about. For us, these are good. This is the good news. This is the gospel. This is good things to hear. These are good tidings. Okay, but to the world, these are bad tidings because it's gonna put an end to how they live wickedly, man. But we hope for a righteous world. This world is over. Hey, the scriptures say they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. That's what YAHAWASHI said, man. Okay, so this world is hey, the Lord said what? This world is created for many, but the world to come for few. Okay, so our world is ending. Their world is ending. Our world is about to begin, man. You know?
It says, famine, epidemics, troubles, and suffering are sent to punish and correct people.
And haven't we hearing a lot about the word epidemics lately, man? You know? So this version of the scriptures showed you the modern terms for those words, man. Okay, so that you can catch it a little better. Epidemics. You know, people was hearing that, they was fucking panicking. I had people hit me up when this damn C9 thing rolled out, even though it wasn't even real. The C9 thing rolled out, and they talking about this at the end. Is this what you were talking about? Oh man, teach me all about it. I want to know all about it. And then when the shit moved over, they disappeared.
Well, they went back into the world.
Yep.
Oh, this crazy. They don't know what we're talking about.
So when destruction comes, there will be no excuse for why you've been bullshitting because you heard it. The Lord knew he give you this birth pain, make you think, oh, this it. And then guess what? You still got time. And then what do you do with that time? Continue to bullshit. Continue to play games.
And despise the ways of the Lord.
It says, but in spite of all this, they will not turn away from their sins. They soon forget their punishment. The time is coming when food will be so cheap.
So these plagues are sent as scourges for a minute, for you to repent. Okay? When you're in horrible times, that means repent. Jake knows that. Jake knew that. At least, you know, we're in our homeland. We knew that when we was going through it, the Lord was judging us, we needed to repent. That's why the scriptures say if all Israel turned today and repented, he would take us out of the land of our enemies and deliver us home, man, and rescue us. But Israel can't do that because they're destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. And Israel is a people before it's a place, man.
It says, the time is coming when food will be so cheap that people will think a time of peace and plenty has arrived, but then disaster will spring up everywhere.
Even now they think a time of peace and plenty has arrived, because guess what? The whole C9 thing blew over, right? Okay, so now they're thinking peace and safety. We good. That shit's over with. Let's just chill. Let's hope no other epidemic comes upon us. But guess what? It's about to get a whole lot worse. And these devils know it. And they planning it, man. And they got guidelines they want to accomplish by 2025, by 2030. Okay, and that means it's going to be a lot of hell breaking loose before those dates, man.
Yeah, that's less than that's less than 5 years away, or really less than 6 years away. And by 2030, they want the population under 500 million, and there's over 8 billion people on this earth. You know, so what is this global?
Look at this bird and this squirrel. It's left.
It was hunting. Hey, that's how Esau gonna be on J Trail, man. On the back, on their tails trying to kill him. But they showed you the Georgia Guidestones before they blew them up that they want to bring the population under 500 million in terms of killing 7 billion people, man. All right, so you have to think, what does this devil have in plan to kill that many people? You know, what is it? What is his goal? And they're coming in with the NWO, that New World Order. All right, if you don't bow down to the beast system, man, what they're coming out with, and the MOTB, they're gonna seek to put you to death, and make you an outcast of this society, man. This devil already has a death-defying plan, man, and people are about to use their lives whether they want to or not.
Right. Hey, you got people who are very much delusional to what's going on, man. You know, they really can care less because, like the brother was mentioning, you got where they still got, you know, that peace and safety being spoken into them. They got food they can go buy, you know. They got everything pretty much out their hands to touch, man. So right now, it's not something that's so tragic to them. But when this devil come down and have a great wrath, it's going to show, man. It's going to show.
It says, but then disasters will spring up everywhere, wars, famine, and great confusion.
Disaster will spring up everywhere. So not only in say, hey, this isn't just judgment time for America, it's judgment time for the whole world, man. Everybody in the earth. Okay, so all these countries are gonna feel the punishment of the Lord when his hand is put over the earth, man. Stretched forth over the earth. Okay, he's gonna shake the whole world.
So,
I'll bring it out. Come on, okay.
it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, start at verse 4. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried.
So in that day, you know, a lot of you niggas gonna die a grievous death, and you're not gonna be lamented, man.
I mean, anybody gonna cry for you?
No one's gonna cry.
Ain't gonna be no funeral.
You know, you
Ain't
just
gonna
had
be
it.
no viewing of the body. You gonna view the body where it died at, man. And you gotta keep moving.
Every week we come out here, you have across the street, you know, a funeral where a whole bunch of cars is going to go carry it out to the grave
It
site.
happened earlier.
It happened earlier, it happened last week, happened the other time we came out here.
People in the car crying.
Every week, you know, you have that, but you're not going to have that in this day, man. All right, you're going to have it where you die and then you're dead right there, and no one's going to be able to have the time to sit there and cry for you.
Right.
You know,
So you see that in those movies. They say, "Oh, we can't leave him right here. We have to bury him. We have to leave him. We gotta go." You know, yeah. He's gone. He's gone. We have to go. We're gonna be gone too. He into the movie and say, "God, he's gone, honey, he's gone. We gotta go."
You always got that one thing that, no, I'm gonna stay. I gotta do something. And they end up getting put down right with him, man. Right? And that time that we coming into a Jacob time, brother's gonna have to be on the move. Ain't gonna be no time to stop. Oh, I just seen a person get shot. I gotta help him. No, keep going. And the Lord took him out. Keep going. You still alive. Go. Just waiting on him.
It shows you that in that movie, or that show. What's that show with
Zombies?
Nah, it's the game. The Last of Us. The Last of Us. In the beginning, all chaos broke loose, all hell broke loose. And it was in a car and it was driving. It was a crash. Said, "We gotta help them. They have children." They said, "We have children. Keep going." You know, you ain't gonna be able to stop and play superhero, man.
Another many shall last fold.
And they show you that too in Civil War. There was a scene where somebody had to get help. Somebody had to get help, but they had to keep going, man. But that right there is Esau basically putting the beam in your head through this television about what's coming to this place, man. It's gonna be a time of no love, one-on-one, or free for all. The only people who's gonna have love and compassion for one another that day is the elect, man.
It says, bringing it back, Jeremiah chapter 16.
Hey, in the same movies, you got people that'll run across each other and say, "Oh my gosh, you're still alive. I didn't know you're still alive. I thought you would have died by now." You know, that's how it's going to be in these times. Because you ain't going to know if your family members are still alive or not.
It says, back in Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 4, starting from the top. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried. But they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth.
Woo, so they're not going to be buried either. You're not going to have time to have a whole funeral, man. You're not going to have time to bury this, man. You know, you got to be able to go, you know. Shit happens, man. You know, you mourn for the brother in the spirit, but you got to keep going, man. You got to keep your eyes on getting the fuck out of there, man. All right? And their bodies are going to be as dung on the streets, so you're going to be walking over the people, and they're going to be sitting there like shit. You know, it's going to be staking up the roads, you know, because once your body dies, it starts to decay and shit, and then you get infected, all the diseases, you know, you start to smell, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen in that day. And you're just going to be sitting there left out on the streets, man. Because no one's going to have the time to sit there and look at you and take care of you and put you and bury you, give you a proper funeral and a proper burial. No one's going to be thinking about that. It's going to be survival of the fittest, man.
Right.
All right?
Hey, if I may add, you have it where, you know, we speak about going into these wars, man. So how much more for these men that go over there to go to war and they die with grievous deaths and their bodies are left in the fields, man. You had times like World War II and those Civil War. You had all those wars that were showing you great examples of men's bodies being deploted and exploded and bodies just everywhere, body pieces everywhere. And how much more are when it comes into you had that Jacob's trouble, man. You know, you got your mans that go to war, they shut off the war, they over there fighting, and you have it all hell breaking loose over here, which is going to be a tragedy for you women, because you women are going to be in great distress, because you're going to have no help, you're going to have no men to protect you. You're gonna be left defenseless, man.
Yep.
And it says, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, which we was just going into that, man. All right, so here you have another account of the scriptures going into, all right, the effects that's going to come behind the things in the judgment Yahawah is going to bring upon this place. The aftermath, man. Okay? There's going to be a cause and effect. You're going to have a sword and a famine that's going to come upon this place for its great wickedness. It says, and their cartridges shall be meat for the fowls, it says fowls of the heaven. You have birds, man, nipping and biting and doing their thing as eating away of these dead bodies, man. Okay, it says, and for the beasts of the earth. So you're gonna have these fowls of the air and even beasts that walk upon four paws, man. All right, doing their job, man. Which is a state of this. It's gonna be a gloomy day, man. It's gonna be a devastating day. Okay, it ain't gonna be nothing nice and pretty. All right, that's why he's going Jacob's trouble. It speaks of a thing of not of peace but trembling and of fear. Okay.
Yeah. The city's gonna be riddled with stench from dead bodies.
Yeah.
You got after like a good 4 to 8 days, the body starts to swell, okay, because the bacteria begins to attack the tissues, and it emits gases that causes that death stench, that decomposing stench. That's what you're gonna smell all throughout the streets, man. There's gonna be so many dead bodies, so everywhere you go, it's gonna be stink as hell because there's gonna be death everywhere. Okay.
And brothers made that analogy too. You know, when you see a dead animal, or like you smell a raccoon or whatever that got hit on the side of the road, you can smell it, and you don't have to be as close to it. You can smell that, and that's just a small animal. So how much more? Multiple 1,000 human bodies in the city, man.
Hey, I saw when I was younger, there was a hurricane that came through, and I'm walking home one day after the hurricane came through. After we went back to school and stuff. You know, it was still kind of raining a little bit, but it was like, you know, you went outside, you know, it was a squirrel that was dead on the road. Looked at it, like, oh shit, it was a dead squirrel. Me being legit, you know, I grabbed the squirrel by the tail, trying to lift it up, and the fucking squirrel came apart, and it was just a bunch of maggots inside the squirrel, man.
Oh.
You know, it was just a bunch of I lifted up, and it was just maggots all in the squirrel. Like, oh shit, and the side that was on the ground was staying on the ground, and the squirrel came apart. I'm like, oh shit, and it was just maggots in that squirrel. So that's how these dead bodies gonna be out here. You know, you're gonna be full of maggots, you know, decaying right there on the street. Right where you got it, that's where you're gonna lay at.
Well, the scriptures say the vengeance of the ungodly is fire and worms.
Oh, and worms, right? That's those worms devouring or eating up those carcasses. But also with that those dead bodies laying around, you're gonna have, you know, the heat, if it rains, it's gonna push that toxins. It's gonna cause more sickness. More pestilence and disease, man.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you don't die from the initial chaos, you might die from a disease.
You might get a respiratory disease for smelling.
Everyone diseases, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, bro.
So it's gonna be bad all the way around.
It really might be seen on in them days.
Right.
I got precept. That was it.
That was it? What you got?
Isaiah 3.
Go ahead, bring it on. Come on.
Isaiah 3:24, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in war. And her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
Sheep. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness.
These women, you know, right now you see them, they smell good, look good. You know, they got the fragrance on them, the jewelry, the enhancements, all those enhancements, the wigs, all that's gonna be taken away in that day. You know, so instead of that sweet perfume smell, or whatever the little perfume or whatever they put on them, it's gonna be stink. It's gonna be stench. They're gonna smell crap. It's gonna smell like something crawling up her legs and to her vagina and dying in them. You know? Go ahead.
And instead of well set hair, baldness.
Yeah, instead of that well set hair, the wigs you put on, you'll have baldness, man.
Hey.
You know, because then, because She already got the baldness under the wigs, you know, but she ain't gonna be able to put the wigs on the road, and that shit gonna be bald under it. No, under that wig is gonna be bald under it, man. All right, you know, and they're gonna be going through so much shit that their hair is gonna be falling out, man. You know, you ever heard of you stress so much or you going through so much shit that your hair, your hair start losing hair, or you know,
You get like alopecia.
Yeah, or if you know, you probably been raped by some man and pulling your hair out and shit. They take your hair out, now you bald and shit. You know, so yeah. Lord will give you what you want, man.
And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war.
So hey man, the man is gonna fall by the sword and the mighty in the war. You know, so when they get dropped out, you know, ain't gonna be no more man to protect, keep you comforted, keep you secure and security. You know, because now you so independent. All right, be independent then. You know, so then when you go out to when you out here, and your man is out at war, you catching hell. You on a constant run. All right, because you're gonna also have shit going on in America, where America's gonna have a civil unrest inside of it, where they, you know, people are looting each other's houses, killing each other, and these women ain't gonna have no protection because they ain't gonna have no men. All right, so they're gonna be going through so much shit. They ain't gonna be able to have time to think about their fragrance. They ain't gonna have time to think about what they're gonna wear. They're gonna have time to think about putting the wig on or changing their hair, putting eyelashes on, and that alone is gonna fuck up women's mind. Well, I can't do this no more. I can't get my hair done. I'm gonna go take that MOTB.
Hey, women don't even like,
You know?
they don't got lashes, man.
Exactly.
The small, for women, listen, one piece of their attire that they need to go out, man, they don't even want to go out. They feel like the night is already ruined. All right, because you're not looking the part of that harlot, man, that you're trying to achieve. Okay?
That's what's gonna lead a lot of these women to go take that seat. All right, and it could be a lot of women that men and Lord deal with, man. All right, because they don't have the faith. All right, we just got into Job's wife. You know, she didn't have no faith. She told Job to curse the Lord and die. All right, so imagine that thing. You with your woman. 9 times out of 10, the woman you're dealing with probably gonna say the same shit, man. All right, you gotta have an actual woman moved by the spirit of the Lord to be able to endure all that with you, man. All right, you can't just have any old woman because any old woman is gonna go take that seat. They ain't gonna be able to accept the fact that they can't get new lashes, they can't get their hair done again. They can't get the Chanel and the Gucci and the Louis Vuitton. They can't get all the design no more. They ain't able to handle that fact. So they're gonna go and they're gonna go to Esau, which they've been going to in the first place, and they're gonna get caught in that snare, that trap. All right, and that's why when they put that, that's what they're gonna do. When they put that seed up out, you can't buy or sell. You can't get whatever the fuck you want. You know, unless you got the seed up.
Can't get back into no clubs.
Yeah,
Can't do
and
none of
those
that.
women are not going to be able to live in that pleasure anymore, so they're going to feel like they're forced into getting that seed up, and they're going to go get it.
Hey, you see that now, man. Every weekend, brothers, we out here in Florida, man. People come down here to Miami and different parts of Florida to go party, man. Every weekend, you have multiple women going out to party, man. Women getting ready to go out, party, get drunk. It's a constant thing every single weekend, week out, man. These women don't get tired of that. So when it comes down to where you can't party no more, you can't go out with your girls and have mimosas and get drunk, man. These women go, we want to go back outside. All right, so here, we'll take this MOTB. You go take that to go out and party, but in the end, you're going to lose your own soul to be burnt in front of the Lamb and the holy angels, man, the host of heavens. Okay, so it's not going to be worth it. And that's what the brother Albar was going into earlier. These women, they go and they act based off of what they can see now, man. You try to tell them, hey, the Lord's going to provide for us. Hey, the Lord's going to come back soon. Then look, watch for the prophecies, you know, hold me down. These women are going to forsake that and go take the seat up. And then when brothers are getting beat up, they go, oh, he was right. I'm sorry. And that's a lot of these women problem now, man. I got to do something. Yeah, that's it. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22. I'll start at verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. All right, so a smart man is seeing the evil to come and he hideth himself, man. We're seeing that the MOTB is about to be implemented out here, man. We're about to go to war. The trumpet is being blown in the spirit, as Brother Tom said, but the only ones that's hearing is the brothers that's doing this work, man. They're really predominantly the elect. All right, but a smart man is seeing the evil and he's going to hide himself, man. It said, but the simple pass on and are punished, and the simple pass on and are punished, that goes into, we bringing out the word, these 2/3 that just, they may understand it, how Yahweh is on it, get it later, but for the ones that just hear it and it's, they in the cold, they ain't talking about nothing. The ones who just go on and say, I'm going to live a long life here, those are going to be the ones that are going to pass on, they're going to be punished, man. All right, you're going to receive that judgment because why? You didn't want to take heed. The Lord had his hand out and he was offering you salvation and you declined it, man. You had better things to do so-called. So when it comes to your salvation, in your life, the Lord comes to save you, the Lord's going to have better things to do, like saving the elect, man, delivering them out of death, man. And it says, by humility and the fear of the Lord Yahawah are riches and honor and life. So by humility and the fear of the Lord Yahawah are riches, honor, and life. Fearing the Lord and being humble, man, understanding our walk and us being part of the truth, man, that's life, man. The fear of the Yahawah, that's what's going to bring us life and riches, man. Okay? And that right there, that's the key to everything, man. Versus trying to be somebody in this life, you're going to seek to save your life on this side, you're going to lose it, man. Our brothers losing their life on this side to end up gaining life for Yahawah and life to come, man. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 22 and jump down to verse 6. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. All right? And that's what brothers are doing now. The way you raise a child is the way they're going to be all brought up. And you see here in America now, you got transformers, puzzle pieces, man. They're raising up children how they want to be raised up. So now when it's time for them to go to war, and you see in the school now, you got a lot of these boys that are flamboyant. Now it's time to go to war. All right, you've been training up your child to go. You've been training your child to be a monk and how to do all these different things. Now it's time to go to war. Your child ain't gonna know how to go to war, man. All right, which he shouldn't be fighting for these Edomites anyway. But the point is, you gotta train up a child the way you should go.
Well, even if you don't go to war, it's gonna be war in the streets of America. So you gotta raise your sons to be men and your daughters to be women. If not, then they're gonna be lost in confusion that day and get caught up. I saw a video of a bunch of studs dancing. They was dancing with some crazy shit in there. It was just pure confusion. But that's you really only see that over here in the West, man. You go to these other countries in the East, man. Their women know their natural role. But here in the West, people don't know their natural role anymore. People are confused. They don't have minds by America. So what's coming out of that? Destruction, man.
Hey, and the men aren't full men anymore. I recently watched the Could Have Been reunion thing by Drewski, and even him on there, he was saying how he was like, bro, I don't like just dykes. I like dykes that just like women and men. He was like, they still dykes. He was like, I like a dyke. And that right there, he got blonde hair too. We know Drewski. He was at Diddy party, so you got pictures with him.
Oh, Drewski said that? Yeah,
he said that on the Could Have Been reunion thing. He was basically arguing with the dude who was in the Boy Scout uniform, talking about which dyke they wanted. And to be honest, some of the dykes look like straight up dudes, man. All right, he was like, well, I like dykes. I don't care if she dressed like a dude or a female. She a dyke. I like that dyke. I want dykes. And he had the blonde hair and everything. And that right there, he grew, man.
Yeah, which is that's whole second. Because when you don't want a dyke, you want a woman that's trying to act like a man. You might as well say you want a man.
He said, and I quote his words verbatim. He said, I like what I like. That's what I like. All right,
That's how they be in prison, bro.
He said she a real nigga in the streets, but a freak in the bed for me.
Yeah, that's fucking nigga. You should have been watching that shit. That wrong, you. I'm doing that shit all. You put into that shit.
You popcorn and shit. Nah, that was towards the end.
Yeah, it was nah, man. That shit is, and they call that entertainment now, man.
Yeah.
A bunch of fucking folly, a bunch of bullshit, bro. These motherfuckers are lost. So that's why. Hey, we hoping and praying the Lord send this war soon, man. Get rid of these niggas, man. These niggas gotta go. We gotta return to topsoil. We just pray the Lord have mercy upon us and our families in these days, man. Because it's gonna get ugly, it's gonna get uncomfortable. When that time does come, everybody gonna be, considering what they did or didn't do for Yahawah Shai. See on that? Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 16 and 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Woo! So hey man, you know. Oh, actually, bring out verse 17 so like I can see that.
Starting back at 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
So hey man, this is Ezra speaking. He said, "Woe is me, destruction to me. Who's gonna deliver me in those days, man?" All right. And it said the beginning of sorrows, the beginning of evils, the beginning of death and famine. You know, so all these things are gonna be taking place at once, man. You know, all this tribulation is gonna be taking place at once, where things that even happened in the past, are gonna be occurring at that same time in the present. You know, and things you never even seen before. You don't have demons manifesting, you know, on the thin air and shit. You're like, damn, what the fuck is that? You know, and you gotta be able to, you gotta have the Lord on your side, man. You know, that's why Ezra was like, woe is me, who's gonna deliver me in that day? If you don't got the Lord on your side, who's gonna deliver your ass, man? Alright? If you're not right with the Lord, who's gonna deliver you, man?
Right.
Because you're gonna have the beginning of death, the beginning of famine, you know, all these different sorrows, you know, people dying around. It ain't gonna be no 911, man. You know, and you gotta look around, it's just like, damn, everybody's around me dying. Even your mental alone.
If you was to call 911, which ain't gonna be no phone, ain't no electricity, you're gonna get downtown, man.
Yeah.
So then we gonna call upon. Who you gonna call?
Call upon your God.
You're right. I don't can't help you either. So you gonna have to have a power. You know, you gonna need divine intervention. If the Lord ain't with you, you ain't gonna have that. And then it's gonna be you and the Lord's wrath, man.
But even that alone, man, you have a lot of these jakes, even like Lil Durk and all these jakes coming out saying, well, I'm Muslim now. I'm Muslim. A lot of these jakes going into these false idols, man, these different gods. So it's gonna be a lot of bloodshed, you know, more than people expect.
Right.
Jake's gonna be calling on Allah and all these different powers, man, ultimately to destroy you. The Lord said, go and cry to the gods that you have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation, man.
Right.
He said, let them. All right, that was basically rhetorical because they're not, man. You're gonna be put to death. Just like that statue of Rio de Janeiro, they had basically a small miniature Cesare Borgia statue, and they had to be saved, man. It was a flood, and somebody had to literally pick it up and carry it out of the church.
What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are set as scourges for amendment.
Woo! So all this is set as scourges for amendment, man. Alright, because these niggas be going off, man. Alright, so Lord set all these before you as scourges for amendment, you know, to give you back what you have done, man. Alright? Whatever you put out into this world, what's going to be gained back, man. You want to be a goddamn prostitute? Lord gonna have you out to get robbed and ravished until you're dead, man. You know, so
and a lot of these women are prostitutes.
Yeah.
A lot of these women that sold the box. A lot of these women that thought it was cool because their friends was doing to get on OnlyFans. So you wanted to be a whore, and hey, now it's time to turn up.
Yeah. And it's all for money, man. A lot of people do whatever just for the money, man. All right. So Lord's gonna judge you by that. Lord's gonna destroy you niggas. All right, and that's gonna be the amendment for you, whatever you was doing, all your sins, your iniquity, you know, the death and the famine, or you know, you get killed out into the streets and your body's left out as dung. You know, you gotta really do some shit for that to happen to you, man. You know, that's why we really need the Lord, man.
Hey, women lost their morals for paper, man, for substance. All right, in the end, that same substance you basically sold your body for is going to be casted into the streets. It's not going to have a value anymore.
Right.
So then what?
Yeah, the dollar gonna fail. So you know, you say you are rich. Say you do got a lot of money. Say you do. It ain't gonna mean nothing because that money ain't gonna be shit no more. Hey, Esau's about to move the goalposts. Everything that you know sacrificed and sold your soul out for, it ain't gonna mean shit in that day. So you gonna have to either, you know, well really if you ain't seeking your YAHAWASHI right now, you gonna ultimately have to bow down to this damn devil. You know, a lot of you gonna take that charagma, and a lot of you are gonna get melted by those nukes, man. Majority of people you see throughout your life, they gonna die. You probably gotta get in that mind state. Look at people, you know, you see even your families, your old friends. You gotta have in your mind, these motherfuckers ain't gonna make it. They gonna end up being destroyed, man. For the most part, they ain't serving YAHAWASHI. They're just waiting on inevitable destruction. You know, and it could be sooner than they think. people think they're gonna live to be 90 years old in this time. You got your damn mind, bro. This place ain't got much longer, bro. You know? People think they're gonna grow old and die here. Nah, you gonna die, but you ain't gonna grow old.
And that's actually a nightmare. I don't know about other brothers, but I can tell that for myself. Man, I don't want to get old in this captivity. When brothers get old and they get up in age, man, ain't no
Start having all
telling.
the infirmities.
All them infirmities, and ain't no telling, where your mind is gonna be at, man. All right, even like our Lord. All right, and when he got up in age, man, he ended up falling after his wife's gods, man, and going after their hearts. Solomon, Slovakia. Well, so
which was the Lord in reincarnation or regeneration.
And that right there is, that's a scary thought to think of, man. That right here lets you know that this ain't the second covenant, man, and this isn't the kingdom of heaven, man. Right. All right, brothers out here scared to get old and up in age, man. And the kingdom of YAHAWASHI when it's established on earth, and brothers get to explore the galaxies. Hey, brothers gonna be 90 million years old, still looking 20, man, 21. All right, that's what brothers want. Brothers yearning for that. Not to get 70 and look like you croaking over 130, man.
Mm-hmm. That's it on that.
That's it.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1 in the NLT. It says, "The coming disasters. The Lord says, proclaim to my people the prophetic messages that I will give you." And the Lord gave us these prophetic messages, man. He told us to come out here and proclaim it unto his people. So our people are you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians, you Israelites, of the elect. But we got to talk to all the people. We don't know who the elect are. So we're proclaiming this word from YAHAWASHI, his message unto you Israelites and all you people, really. Because you got to hear the word of the prophets. It says, "And then have them written down because they are true and will be fulfilled." So the prophets, they had to write these words down. They got these visions, they got this understanding, they got this message, and they wrote it down. And now what we're doing is we are here, which we could be those prophets back again from aforetime, and now we're proclaiming this message into the whole world. And it's the same message. It says, "Do not be afraid of those who plot against you, or be disturbed by their unbelief." So we're not supposed to be afraid about those who plot against us. Esau making plans. He getting ready to come down with this Rex 84 movement, or that Alfred, that King Alfred plan, which is going to usher in Jacob's trouble and my martial law. This devil, he ready to come for us, man. The Lord said, don't be afraid of that. Don't worry about that. 2/3 niggas that want to come up against us, we ain't worried about that, man. It says, "Do not be afraid of those who plot against you or be disturbed by their unbelief. All unbelievers will die because of their unbelief." So if you can't get down, get down with the message that YAHAWASHI has sent us to give you, you're going to die in your unbelief, man. Okay, so it don't matter what people think. It don't matter what these people of this world, how they feel about this message. Because if you can't get down with it, it wasn't meant for you anyways. And you're going to just end up being destroyed. It says, the Lord says, "I am going to bring terrible disasters on the whole world. War and famine, death and destruction. And because wickedness has spread everywhere and evil has reached its limits, therefore the Lord says, I will no longer remain silent about the wickedness of these godless people. I will no longer tolerate it. They have murdered innocent people, and the blood they have spilled cries out to me for revenge. The souls of the righteous are constantly pleading for vengeance." And that's the elect that have died here, man. You got brothers, that have died, on this side that believe in YAHAWASHI, been serving YAHAWASHI, and they're crying out to the Lord to deliver us, man. To get us out here, to destroy these wicked niggas, destroy these Edomites, to set the record straight. You see? So, hey, the Lord gonna do that, man. That's the time we're coming into. The Lord about to show out and show you who he really dealing with and who he not dealing with. We in that time. It says, "Let there be no doubt, says the Lord, I will hear the plea of all the innocent people who have been murdered, and I will take vengeance for what has been done to them." Because you have the elect. Some of us may maybe put the death on the side, man. Esau may come in, and a lot of brothers going to end up dying. Not a lot of brothers, but a few of us are going, might have to die. That may be a lot. To be a martyr for YAHAWASHI. That's going to make the Lord come that much the sooner, man. You know? So, hey, we got to trust in YAHAWASHI through thick and thin. You got it. Go ahead.
And within that, like the brother said, all these things that the Lord has written and drawn in papers, and they're faithful and true. All right, you have a lot of different death and destruction and famine and plagues coming to this place, man, and they're going to be fulfilled. The book of Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33 says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. All right, so when all these things come to pass and you start to see MOTB is implemented, then it's mandated, man. All right, you got to go to war. All right, and then you see chariots crack the sky. YAHAWASHI, our Lord YAHAWASHI returns, he cracked that sky. You see chariots beating up so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native American Indians, man. All right, and you see all these things come to pass, you're going to know a prophet have been among you, man.
Yeah, the prophets was warning you of this before it came. People said, no, that's not going to happen in a lifetime, but now you see it in your lifetime. Then you get in where all makes it that's when it's all going to register. Wow, that man was a prophet.
And the biggest thing, too, the Euphrates River, man. All right, brothers were saying that was going to happen via the scriptures, man. The scriptures ordained that would happen. And the people that believe it, then it happened. Same thing with America going to war. America eventually is going to get annihilated. People, oh, we're not going to go to war. No country's going to go to war with us. Now you see it a year, 2 years later. All right, America's about to go to war with Russia. America is now an enemy to Russia. You literally have Russian warships less than 4 hours away from here, man.
Well, that was last week.
Well, last week.
They're gone now.
You know, with submarines and things like that, man. You know, so it's not far-fetched, man. America can be touched.
Hey, and these devils, they tried to give me a little warning or whatever for a video I did about that, and I said it was literally on the news. Like I'm literally, this is not misinformation, and then they end up saying, you know what, it's not as serious as we thought. We're gonna take away the warning, but we're not gonna put the video back up. Why you put the video back up? Because if it was misinformation, and it's not as serious as you thought, I mean it's not misinformation. For you to take the warning back, that mean that you know something ain't right. So you should just put the whole video back up. But they don't like that America being vulnerable spirit going out, man. You know they don't like that. So that's devil. He trying to stop that.
They're also trying to keep the people of America and still that sheeple mindset, man.
Right.
That consumer mindset, because America has already been in this. The war has already started. They're just not making it public to the American people. Okay, so the average American, they're waking up going to 9 to 5 every day. Busting their tails, while as people across the world right now, in Ukraine or somewhere, get their heads popped off, man. All right, so it's sounding far-fetched, man, but when it comes, it's gonna come hard. It's gonna be right there at your front door. Like the brother Bar was saying, you're gonna see UN troops with different army flag patches on the vest, kicking in your doors, putting your family, ravishing your families, man, or they're putting you to death last. All right, you people are gonna experience a lot of excruciating pain before being put to death on this side, man. And you're not going to be innocent.
That's why scripture says grievous deaths. You know, so the Lord's going to give you one of the worst thought of death that you could never really even think about. That you could never even put your mind on the pain, how much pain it is. You know, and He's going to deliver you that. You know, so the Lord will give a lot of you grievous deaths for the wickedness that you have sown. All right, and you're gonna reap. You're gonna reap. You know, what's it called? Judgment, man. You know,
death is a repayment of your wickedness, man. That's the reward of your wickedness, man.
Hey, y'all grab it up so we're close out. We was out here, it was packed, people was barbecuing, and a little rain came, everybody started clearing it out.
it's just our cars.
Our cars are the only cars in the parking lot now, man. But that's all the really security YAHAWASHI. The word should go out in season and out of season, man. So we blessed to be able to come out here and serve YAHAWASHI to the best of our ability, man, and make our bodies a living sacrifice unto YAHAWASHI in these last days, man. It is truly a blessing to have this knowledge, truth, and understanding, and to be able to do something with it, man. You know, you got people that have this knowledge and they ain't doing nothing with it, or you got people that just don't have this knowledge. You know, so we're grateful that we have it and we're doing something with it, and that's increasing our faith every day as we see these plagues play out, man.
Yep. It says, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. So that's what we've been doing out here this whole time, is speaking prophecy into the ears of the Lord's people, man. I'm telling you what's about to come into this place, the horrors, the tribulation, you know, the hell, and all the things, you know, keep you updated with the current news.
That's what we was commanded to do.
Commanded to do.
Speak these prophecies in your ears. You know, this just ain't about, you know, Teaching you, speaking in your ear a rap song, speaking in your ear some damn gospel, some Hebrew gospel music,
Telling you smooth things.
telling you smooth things. So, no, we telling you these prophecies, man.
It says, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
That showed you that this ain't we ain't speaking our own words. The Lord put it on our spirit to come out here and do this, and He put these words in our mouth, and it's coming out of the Holy Bible. Go ahead.
It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee.
Which is this is what I just brought out in the GNT. Now this the KJ, I mean the Apocrypha or the KJV, and it's making it, you know. So you're hearing it again, you know. But it's getting clearer, and the vision is getting clearer and clearer. Go ahead.
It says, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So
All the unfaithful. Go ahead, you got it.
all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, you know. So nobody believed us when we came out here, man. When we try to tell you to come back into the Lord, when we try to tell you this is the only way to be saved from the nuclear missile destruction, you know, no one believed us, man. So let all the unfaithful die in their unfaithfulness, man. Since you ain't believe, you gonna die with that unbelief, man.
Right.
You gonna die with your works being that you never believed in the Lord, man. All right, and you got to live with that, man. You know, but let me get this real quick. It says, 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1, it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Measure thou the time diligently in itself. Understand the times that we're in. All right, it's not a time to be trying to build a life here, trying to be the next NBA star or NFL star, man. Measure thou the time. All right?
Yeah, and we're doing that through showing, you know, being watchers of the Lord, all right, watchmen of the Lord, and we're telling you the articles that's coming up, you know, the current news that's coming out, showing you that this place has a time limit on it.
Watching
And that
for these
time limit is almost over.
All right, watching for these prophecies, man. Hey, every day you got news coming out that's getting more and more prophetic, showing us what time we're in. If you can't see it, hey, that's you, but we can see it as clear as day. The Lord has given us the eyesight to understand what's going on, to understand what this means, what that means, you know, with these, what's going on with these other countries and what's going on in the news. We know what these things mean because we have to understand through the Bible. Because the Lord told us what's to come. So when it comes, there's going to be no surprise to us. To everybody else, they're going to lose their mind.
It says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right, that's the Lord visiting the world now with, you know, disaster, death, and destruction. All right, it's only going to increase. You know, it talks about how a woman is in labor and she has those contractions. You know, they start off, you know, soft, then they get they worsen and worsen as she hopes to deliver to that baby. We about to feel those contractions, man. You know, it's gonna start getting tighter and tighter and more harder in this society before this society ultimately collapses and the Lord comes, man. All right.
It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Even from the beginning. So this is already established that this is going to happen. See, we ain't coming out here and saying nothing new. This is already established. It's going to be before the foundation of the earth that this is how it was going to go. We just out here delivering that message up to you. A lot of people that's in their own world, that's in la-la land, that's confused, that's, you know, caught up with their careers or you know, their life. You're going to mildly regret everything you did if it wasn't serving YAHAWASHI, man.
And that goes along with Ezekiel 33 and verse 33. You know, then shall I go a prophet have been among you. Right. Because the Lord has been speaking through his prophets, telling you the signs that are being passed. You know, the signs of the prophecies that are being unfolded. And you have not listened. And then when you see this, then you're going to know, okay, this is the time that the prophets have been talking about when the Lord is about to visit the earth again.
Right.
It says, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
The end is made manifest. So it's starting to manifest. You see it, it's getting clearer and clearer. That vision is getting clearer and clearer, man. It's being made manifest. So now we see how it's gonna play out, you know, to a certain degree. You know, as days go on, it's gonna be closer and closer to the end of this place. It's gonna make more and more sense how this place is gonna go out, man.
Yeah.
You know, so it's clearer and clearer. So and that's gonna just increase our faith more and more. We see it because we've been saying this for, you know, some brothers 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, man.
Yeah.
You know, and people thought we was crazy at first, but now we don't see so crazy no more.
Not far-fetched.
It ain't so far-fetched no more. And we will never go to war with Russia. You know? See on that? This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, in the GNT. It says, I will climb my watchtower and I will wait to see what the Lord will tell me to say and what answer he will give to my complaint.
Woo! So, hey, man, we climbing that watchtower and we're waiting for the Lord to see what the Lord will say. All right? You know, so, you know, Lord speak through his prophets. Lord speak through his watchmen, you know, and we study, you know, with the current times and things that's happening. We come out here and the Lord speaks to us to tell you what's happening, man. To show you the signs, man. You know? All right?
The Lord gave me this answer. Write down clearly on tablets what I revealed to you, so that it can be read at a glance. Put it in writing, because it is not yet time for it to come true, but the time is coming quickly,
Yep.
and what I show you will come true.
Yep. So
It
hey,
makes
like the Lord is telling you, to write these things down on the page. All right, because these are the prophecies that I'm telling you. All right, and then when it comes to pass, you're going to see these. It's written on the scriptures. The scriptures are telling you, okay, this is what's happening, man.
Right.
These are the prophecies that's being unfolded. All right, and now we're going back. And we looking and we're like, okay, the Lord said this, and this is happening now. We're in that time.
Right.
You know, so the Lord gave to his prophets the words, the knowledge, you know, to write down so you can be able to preach them, man. You know, in this day, in this coming day, man.
Right.
You know, as of right now.
It says, and what I show you will come true. It may seem slow in coming, but wait for it.
Yeah.
It will certainly take place. It will not be delayed.
Ooh, so hey, man, what the Lord is saying to us, the prophets that the Lord is telling us, it's going to seem to tarry, but wait for it, because when it comes, it will not tarry. All right? You know, ever since, ever since 2020, these prophecies have been popping off back to back to back to back to back. Every year there's something, man. Now it's becoming to every month, and now it's becoming to every week. You know? But every year there's something huge, and a whole bunch of other prophecies be coming after that, man. You know, so, you know, the Lord is showing us, okay, you know, writing in the scriptures the things that's going to be happening so we can be able to see it ourselves and be like, okay, this is the scriptures, man.
Right.
This was in the scriptures.
Right.
You know, and now we're seeing it and now we're preaching it, man. All right?
And that's true because, you know, when certain brothers came in, you know, prophecy was happening, you know, every few months. You know, brother said this, and then, you know, a few months it went by. You know, C-19 hit, but then it went from a few months to every month, every other month, not every week. Now, every day you see a different article about war, about diseases, about famines, with food, with chicken, all this other news coming out every single day, man. That's how you know the Lord is speeding up the times for the elect's sake, man. The Lord's trying to get the elect up out of here.
It says, verse 4, and this is the message: those who are evil will not survive, but those who are righteous will live because they are faithful to God.
Yeah. So those that are evil, you're not going to survive. All right? You want to be wicked, you want to be a part of this world, you're going to die with this world.
Right.
All right? And those that are righteous, we want to be apart from this world, man.
Right.
All right, so we can be saved from this world.
And we're being faithful unto the Most High. Certain
Exactly.
things that we don't do.
Yep.
People look at us crazy. Oh, you don't celebrate birthdays? Nope. Oh, you don't do this, you don't do that. You don't celebrate Christmas? Nope. We ain't wondering why. Well, this is why. So when that time comes and it's not delayed anymore, and the Lord can deliver us out of that time, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And the reason they look great at us about that is because they're of the devil, man. All right, when
And
you go
they're evil.
when you go into the satanic book, man, the number one most worship holiday is your birthday, because you're worshiping yourself. It's called self-worship. All right, and niggas look at that shit like it's supposed to be, you know, they look at the good things as bad and the bad things as good. So they look
Right.
at birthdays like this is a good thing.
You have,
Right.
you
You know?
have an attitude on that day.
Yeah.
My birthday. My
People
day.
take the whole month. You know, people take the whole month away for themselves. And that right there is idolatry, man.
And,
All right?
and when they do this, they say, "Oh, it's my day." But every day it belongs to the Lord. He gave it to you.
Yeah.
He put breath in your lungs that day for you to get up, walk around with that damn banner around you, and talking about it's your birthday. Listen, man, YAHAWASHI is is who it's all about.
The jealous power, man. The Lord be putting a lot of people to death on their birthdays, man.
So we're faithful, man, to continue to keep faith in the Lord YAHAWASHI to do His works, man.
Yeah.
All right, no matter who mock us, no matter who scoff us, no matter who come against us, we continue in this work, man. All right, there was prophets back in the ancient times that died, just for keeping the Lord's word, man. All right, and that's how it's got to be in the times we're coming into, man.
Right.
The Lord's going to test you, man, and some brothers might have to be martyrs for this faith, man. You might have to die for this faith. Or you have to you might have to get your head chopped off, all right, because you don't want to take that MOTB, that seeker,
Right. It says, bringing that part back, verse 4, and this is the message: those who are evil will not survive, but those who are righteous will live because they are faithful to the Most High.
Those who are righteous will live because they're faithful to YAHAWASHI. All right, they're faithful. They kept the patient. All right, they kept the word of the Lord, man. And ultimately, like we know, a part of that, the 1/3 is men, women, and children that believe on YAHAWASHI and kept the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities, man.
Right.
Along with the 144,000 elect men. Okay, so you gotta understand that. And you gotta keep the commandments of the Lord and keep the faith, man, all the way to the end. Whether you have to be a martyr for this truth, man. And the Lord will raise you up first. Okay? And those who want to be wicked, who want to get 230, want to be niggas, don't want to repent from eating abomination, man. Don't want to come into the truth. Don't want to actually try to change their way and beg the Lord, hey, Lord, BAHASHAM, I'm a sinner. I need your help. Lord, don't want to actually ask for that help, man. Y'all going to be destroyed. All right, you're too prideful and too humble. And pride go before destruction. Lord going to destroy you, man.
That's it. That's all I got. All right, go ahead and put that for us.
So that's all we got on that. Lord, one of this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect and the ones listening again. And once again, we give that honor to the elders and apostles here at Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. We want to give our praises, glory, and honor to
YAHAWASHI.
Shalom, man.